Hello, everyone, and welcome
Hi.
to the next session of Dumbskulls, a Dumbskulls Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. I am your host, Ezekielu, or Ezzy, or Dave, your game master, and today we're one player short. Quinn Requiems had to step away in order to do some last-minute family stuff, so he'll be back next week. And I'm flanked by my great other four players, going
Flanked.
Are
around.
we killing Ezzy?
I
Yes.
tumble through Ezzy.
No. Oh God.
Don't do
No.
that.
Going around the table real quick, starting with Soups.
We're at a table.
Yes.
I'm at a table.
I play a gay elf, a gay half elf man.
Kestrel Stormblade. Yes.
And in the game, I'm also a gay half elf man.
Thanks, Steven.
I can confirm they do have pointy ears.
That
I
so that
don't.
was Super Ninja 5506. You can find him on Twitter,
Find
Super
them on
Ninja
Twitter,
5506.
Super Ninja 506.
But and next
Oh,
Boko, where can yes,
I'm Boca. I play Deeped.
Deeped.
Hmm.
I'm still looking for the CEO of Water, and I have not found them yet.
It's very good. And next we have Joshua
Hi, it's me. Again, for the first time.
and
For the last time. Yep. I play Aegis. Sometimes I mispronounce it because Boca refuses to pronounce it Aegis.
That's very good.
And I tumble through people, mainly.
Already. And then finally we have Ava. Ava, chime in.
Hi there, I'm in a dorm room. I also play Brim, but hey, that's okay. I'll just be very quiet unless Brim actually needs to speak.
That's wild. But yeah, going through the top of the order. Hi, if you guys are just tuning in, this is the third session of our Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. In the video description, you can find the rules of how we're going about to play the game, and also how the audience can participate through donations. If you donate, you'll be able to either choose to name an NPC. Quite a few of the NPCs that are going to be introduced in the next this session and the next one are actually going to be the ones that have been previously donated, so that's really fun. Also, you could also choose to give hero points to our lovely assortment of players here in order to let them re-roll various checks, or also for them to throw them all away so they can stabilize and not die. So, going from the top of the order for everyone's hero points, Brim is at 8 hero points, Kestrel is at 6 hero points, Deeped is at
Hooray.
9 hero points, Quinn, who is not here, is at 8 hero points, and Aegis is at the bottom with Kestrel at 6 hero points.
Nice. It's because I
Also-
spend them all.
Something that wasn't covered the end of last session because it was getting late and we were getting tired and we ended on a very dramatic note. Everyone leveled up. So can I have everyone
Wait,
go?
we did?
Can I have everyone go around and talk to us about what stuff you picked out on your level? Because every level you pick out at least a feat. This time you picked 2.
So-
A foot?
So I'm gonna go ahead and read my DMs that I sent to you so that I can remember all the things I did.
Okay.
So I got a class thing that we'll talk about later,
Yep.
which trained me in either athletics or acrobatics, but I was already trained in both of those, so I decided to take training in medicine.
Yep.
I added a bunch of actions to my sheet for the secret thing at level 2 now, which increases my HP and a bunch of other stuff.
Yep.
I have 28 health now, as opposed to I think I was at 16 before.
Yep.
I did my level 2 skill increase and became an expert in stealth, so I now have a stealth bonus of 10.
Yep.
Uh,
Plus 10. It's
I took
very
these-
ridiculous.
I took the skill feat Quiet Allies, which requires I be an expert in stealth, which I am now.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are avoiding notice and your allies follow the expert, you and those allies can roll a single stealth check using the lowest modifier instead of rolling separately. Doesn't apply for initiative. And I think that was everything I took.
Buttery Melon, they just leveled up to level 2, so we are
Hooray.
quite good there. If Ava's marked quiet, I'll bump her up. I had her at 130%, but I'll bump her up to like 160 now. If there
Can you
are
make that number a
leveling
little funnier?
issues, please let me know sooner than later, so that way the VOD is as good as possible, okay? So now, going around, Deopt, what was your level up like?
I leveled up, so I took a reach spell, which allows me to extend the reach of all my spells. So that's like double, I think.
Yeah, so most of your spells are usually about 30 feet or so, so you're able to increase that with an additional action while you're casting the spell. You're able to increase that to like 30 additional feet, and if it is a touch spell, then it extends to 30 feet as well.
30 feet from 50.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And it just takes an extra action.
Yeah, it takes an extra action, which is fine because I can't use my one action for anything else anyway.
Yeah, you could dance.
I'm not gonna make
Bust a move.
You can bust a move, yeah. So yeah, you
Chow
can.
chow real smooth.
So
She
that's
doesn't know what that is.
And what was the
Take
skill
it back
feed?
now, y'all.
What was
the other thing? I took a battle
2
room
feet this
medicine.
time.
Battle medicine? You said?
Battle room medicine. That's what's on my sheet.
Battle medicine, yeah. So,
Oh, you can heal in combat?
Yeah, so they can do
Dope.
basically treat wounds in combat 1 round and be able to get you all back up without like casting a spell, whatever. It's pretty good. However, that person becomes immune to battle medicine for a day, so you can only really do it once a day.
Okay, well. Do you have a bandolier for your healer's tools yet? Deep?
Maybe.
Because if you have a bandolier, you can devote the whole bandolier to your healer's tools, and then you can draw them for free as part of the action of using them.
Let me
I don't
look at
think
their
so.
inventory. I don't believe they have a bandolier.
Yeah,
yet.
I got some things to buy this sesh so I can make my.
Everyone buys a bandolier.
I have
Well,
10 pieces of chalk.
And then Brim got something special in addition to their other feats.
I should make it known that I very much don't understand D&D, much less Pathfinder. So
Pathfinder's way more complicated.
I had a conniption when Ezzy was texting me going like, hey, here's these things. I was like, I want that one. He said, what else? I went, there's more?
You had 2 choices and you only picked 1 choice.
I don't understand.
You picked Emblazon Armament, which was your cleric feat. That makes it so that you can choose either a weapon or a shield, and that weapon or shield becomes able to be your religious symbol, so you can have it out and cast spells and not have to switch it around and stuff. It also gives you a benefit to that weapon or shield. The weapon, I think you went with the weapon. It gives you like a +1 to your damage rolls.
Yeah.
So that's fun. That's good. Fine, but you still haven't picked your skill feat, which I gave you a choice of like 3, and you haven't picked any of them.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, so you etch it onto your physical object.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So the ones I gave you was
And plus the
assurance,
damage.
which would have given you like you could just take a
Being
flat
called
10 plus your
fuck out.
proficiency for like any skill that you choose.
Oh, that's good. There's a skill you don't want to do poorly on that you have a high bonus.
There was
You can
also
just
hefty.
take 10.
There was also hefty hauler, which increases your bulk limits by 2.
Holla.
Ooh, you just carry stuff.
I think that's the one I wanted to take, but
And then
I didn't understand.
And then student of the canon, which if you roll a critical failure on a religion check to decipher writing or recall knowledge, you get a failure instead, so you don't just critically fail and get like false knowledge. When attempting to recall knowledge about your own faith, Apsu, all that, when you roll a failure, you actually get a success, and when you roll a success, you get a critical success. So the degrees of
fun.
success goes up by 1. But it sounds like you want hefty hauler, so I'm going to
Big
Carry stuff.
big carry, big dragon carry.
big dragon carry. So
Yeah.
let me.
Been a day.
It's been a
It's been a week.
It's been a
Yeah,
week
it's
for a
been-
lot of us. So let me just punch that in for you real
It
quick.
sure has.
Balls
Yeah.
exposed on stream.
I need
Balls
to
exposed on stream.
I
Don't
need
look
like
at
to
me.
sleep for a week to recover from this week.
We told
Can
you
I
to go to
donate
sleep
to
when you
start
got home, but
an
no, you decided
in-story,
to stay up for 36
cult?
hours or whatever.
I'm
it
going to
was.
ask that y'all don't try to donate to change the story, because it's already hard enough for me to try to change the story myself. So, I'm going to ask not to do that.
If you guys want like characters, sure. If you want characters with fun gimmicks, also sure. Maybe not like, hey, here's my thesis for an expansion pack for The Witcher 3. Maybe not.
So I'm going to do Hefty Hauler as an item on your sheet, and just have it as a -2
That
bulk.
blazon's really cool.
So that way your bulk goes down automatically.
Ah.
I don't know if
Because-
there's something like this in Blazon and Pathfinder 1, but I wish there was.
Mm.
This is sweet. Behold my +1 damage.
Alrighty,
And
so
also I just
to
cast
get
my spell.
started, let me go full screen here, and then
But I didn't.
go back over here and switch the overlay over to the main screen.
As
Can I have
Josh
one of?
didn't get to talk about his level up.
Okay, Joshua, tell us about your level up.
I don't want to now. No, I'm kidding. So, as with everyone else, level up means that anything we're proficient in goes up by 1. So my acrobatics check to tumble through is now 8. Hooray.
It's very
Excellent.
good.
That's all.
And
that
then
matters.
I specifically I picked a skill feat and a swashbuckler feat. For my skill feat, I picked combat climber, which lets me climb with a hand occupied.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have to climb a dais, per se, I don't. Instead, you technically would have to like sheath your weapon if you're holding one and then climb. I could climb with my buckler because it leaves my hand free. But then
Technically,
I'd
you
have
were
to
supposed to
spend-
do that last session, but we forgot.
Yeah,
so-
technically.
Yeah.
So if you rewatch that one, sorry, technically I should have sheathed my short sword, climbed, and then unsheathed it, which would have been 2 interact actions.
Yep.
So that's a pretty decent deal, but
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, whoops. So
Whoopsie-doodle.
going forwards, I don't have to do that. I can just carry my sword and climb with my 2 legs and my 1 arm. And I'm also not flat-footed when climbing, which is good for now, but eventually it will become irrelevant.
Yes.
And then
it'll be quite irrelevant.
yes, and then for my swashbuckler feat, I picked unbalancing finish, which is a new finisher. So
Mhm.
my confident finish, what it does on any finisher I do, if I succeed or critically succeed, I get to roll my precise dice as extra damage, which is currently 2d6.
Right.
The confident finish just makes it so if I fail, I roll 1d6 instead of 2d6. But the unbalancing finish is if I do any damage, so if I get a success or critical success, the target is flat-footed until the end of my next turn.
Mm-hmm. Nana, if you're wondering where the map is, I don't have a map drawn because I'm bad at drawing maps. So you get a blank screen
Fair.
for a while until we get into an encounter. I'm sorry. Just remember that Orfang's a big mountainous, like cliffside, like area with 3 layers. There's the lower layer with the poor people, there's the middle layer with the middle class, and there's the top layer with the nobles and the cathedral. So
The Cloud District.
It's like a
yes.
sandwich.
yeah, it's like the Cloud District.
Which one were we in just like right before I got stabbed?
You were in the middle layer. You were in the
Okay.
Artisan's Heaven.
You were
I
in
switched
the
between
abuse.
Heaven and Haven, but it's Artisan's Heaven.
Okay.
You're,
yeah,
you're definitely in heaven, being stabbed and all.
yeah. So, given that, can I have one of you recap what happened last time? Because everyone is really confused in the chat.
Party.
I
Pestro
have-
stab. The end.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
what I wrote
Josh has
down.
actual notes.
Okay, yeah. Joshua's just going to be our recap guy, I guess.
Okay.
So I mean, technically that hit the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
But
Snake
anyways,
lady.
so for our second session here, we went further into the snake cave or snave, where we roll with some goblins. We rolled with some goblins in the mud. And then Brim befriended 1/3 of these normal snakes that were in a tree. We met a snake lady who tried to be all like, "You can leave," and then pull the lever, and a pit opened up, which our cleric fell into.
Yep.
The fight ensued. We killed a bunch of zombie goblins pretty quickly. Then Brim got out of the pit, and we all had to climb up this dais, and then we fought a force snake, and eventually it ended when A just punched the snake lady in the face, and she died.
Already.
After I set it on fire.
And then
You forgot the
And
minor
also-
detail that he pile bunkered her to death.
and then also the snake, who was like the other sort of boss, Schnookers, got killed by a crit longsword slash from Requiem's.
Yep.
So we looted the corpses. I found a whack dead finger amulet, which gave me
The
crazy
shakes.
visions.
Yep.
So we have that now to deal with. Then we left to go back to Orfang, specifically Artisan's Heaven, I guess.
Yep.
I wrote down Haven.
I switch back and forth. You can keep Haven.
And then sounds like we went to Eat Freef,
Yep. That was the
which was-
Cookers
I
Guild.
forgot.
the cooking place, and
The
we met
cooking guild.
a half giant lady, Rana Vimelier.
Vana, food fighter. Via. Yeah, I had it written down somewhere, but it's Vana food fighter.
Vana food fighter, nice.
Via Mila. Yeah, Via Mila.
Then we had a sick party with the chefs and headed next door to the Dwarf on a Pig,
Yep.
which is
Dwarf
both
on
the
the
name
Pig.
of the bar and describes the guy who owns the bar, as
Yep.
he's a dwarf on a pig.
Yep.
And then we went to rooms for the night, and Kestrel got fucking stabbed in the chest by some hooded figure in the night, who was all like, "Oh hey, sup, it's you again. Happy birthday," and then stabbed him in the chest.
Yeah, that's
Same.
wild.
Don't you
That
do
did
that?
happen.
So that's what happened. So we're going to fade into.
Oh, I remember there was something
Okay.
about visions too, but
Yeah,
it wasn't me.
So we're gonna fade into a dream. This is gonna be Brim's dream. So Brim, I'll need you on standby for what happens
Oh, I will.
next.
I'll try my best.
I get you. So let me set up the
Whoa.
music.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Oh wait, that is not the music I wanted. That is definitely not the music I wanted. I'm saving that for later. Hold on.
Okay.
Why is it pulling up that song? Okay.
The one you're copying and pasting.
Yep. It must have overridden the one I wanted. Give me a second.
It ended on a happy birthday steps.
Yeah.
The sexual tension between Kestrel and the clicked figure was palpable.
It's very palpable. So let me just pull up the actual song I wanted.
You could cut that
on-
tension with a knife.
on YouTube.com.
Just like Kestrel's heart.
Yeah, I
With
tried
a
to
literal
shit-eating
knife.
grin after that, but it doesn't really work because no one can see me.
I understand. No, I got it. I felt it.
You felt it in your bones.
I felt the shit-eating grin from here.
It's very good.
So the rules for donating is that you can donate money, and you can get an NPC named. I think if you donate enough, you can even have some like what the NPC is or does, and then you can also give us hero points, which are basically let us do cool stuff. Like
They're
if
mulligans.
mulligans basically. Like
Yeah,
I try to do
mulligans.
something cool, and it
Mulligans
doesn't work.
and being able to like
I can do it again.
avoid death. Yeah. All the rules for all that is in the description, so just check that out. So, the story begins again at that night. While Brim is taking a slumber, he starts to have a vision. He stands across a pool of water reflecting upon an infinite night sky that just stretches out into an infinite horizon.
And it's the end of Evangelion.
It feels like it, yes. And as Brim is kind of like coming to terms with this dream. Flying past him are several pseudo dragons, small fairy dragons that just kind of like
Whoa.
swoop past him and just look like behind as they just fly off ahead of him into what can't even be conceivably like recognized as what could even be like an end. Brim, you what do? Do you chase after them, or?
I look to see where they're coming from first.
You look
and
behind
just see
you,
what
and it's just as infinite behind you as it is in front of you. Like, they just seem to be coming from like nowhere. And there's like fairy dragons of all kinds of different like colors and like different like shapes and whatnot. It's very like, all right, you start to take a step, and just as you do, you just take a step straight into the reflection, and you're just surrounded by just like what feels like water. But as you kind of hold your breath and then finally gasp, you realize that it isn't water, but you're floating aimlessly, and you know you're just kind of like in this space of like of infinity, and it's scary. But as you dwell on it, you look towards your chest and you feel a warm presence there, as like a light in the shape of a snake starts to like coil around you. And the snake is pretty tiny, but as you embrace it, it grows slightly more, and its form changes just a little bit. And you can see into its eyes and see that infinite horizon within it. Do you accept this?
Do you accept this?
I don't think I have a choice, but yes.
Alrighty, and as you do, this little spiritual snake kind of like fades into you, and in the next morning you wake up, and on your chest, could you describe what is on your chest? Here,
Is this what
I'll show to the players.
Ooh.
Well,
Did it pop up for everyone, but
I'm
Wait.
pretty sure I know what it
No such
is.
I see no such pop-up.
well, let me
I
try
see-
pressing it again.
I see bronze viper.
It's a small creature, but it's definitely larger than what it was before.
Yeah. Bright purple eyes. It's the snake I had.
It was,
Or beak.
but it's been
Beak snake.
inadvertently changed. And what's its name as you come to like reacquaint yourself with it? Schnookers 2, it is.
Oh my god, the snake's an actual party member.
Yep. So this is
We
going to
all
be
get one.
this is going to be an animal companion for the purposes
It
of the
magically
game.
transformed into a real animal companion.
Oh,
Baller.
Schnookers
Bless
too.
Apsu.
Apsu liked your kinship, and Apsu is ruler of all wormkind, which does include snakes and snake-like beings.
Snakes.
Apsu was like, "Yeah, done, good. Let me make that snake like a real good one."
A real good
It's a good
snake.
snake now.
A bada bing, bada boom, snake.
Bada bing!
So that happens, and you're
Yay.
enjoying
So
your
nice.
next morning. But now, Kestrel, we have to talk about Skaya. So as you're sleeping, Kestrel, a familiar dream tickles your brain as
Oh, I love this theme.
you think about someone that you haven't thought about in a long time.
A generous bestowal.
Oh, we got a donation. Hold on.
Hey.
We got 25 schmackers from Knack. Knack, what do you want us to do?
Give them all to
Name an
Ezzy for
NPC.
Do not
Ezzy's
give
hero.
No.
them to Ezzy.
Malcontent,
No. Yes.
Nyad, Malkun, and then Tiefling Bard Calicut. Alrighty. I will do that. I will do that forthright. But that'll have to be next session. But Kestrel, you start to have a dream about
A kind gesture.
another donation. This one $5 from Dead King Zealot. Dead King, what do you have for us today? Hero points for Schnookers too, so that's gonna go to
Oh, yeah.
Brim. Brim, you get 5 hero points.
The rich get richer.
The rich do get richer. So cast open as you're on the back of this hooded wagon. You seem to have been sleeping for a good while, and your eyes kind of crack over and peel over to a face that you can't quite make out. It's covered by a hood, and all of the features seem to be clothed as well. As a familiar voice, kind of with a sly smile, goes, "Oh, no sleeping on the job, darling." As
Hey, you're finally awake.
yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. They kind of
If you didn't dial us.
yeah, they kind of tease you a little bit for sleeping while on this wagon ride, and you don't quite remember their face, but regardless, you have a nostalgic love for this person. And as you kind of try to lean forward to embrace them somewhat, a flash of the stab happens, and then darkness.
Impersonate me.
Eh!
God damn it.
And hours pass as you all start to kind of wake yourselves up in the next morning, and it takes a while before you all realize a couple of things. One, Quinn is gone. He seemed to have woken up early and decided to. You hear from the bartender that he needed to cleanse himself, needed to rewrite himself from all the drinking last night.
Brim no like that.
Brim, you probably know where he's at, but you know that you should probably respect his privacy. And the
I'm
other
upset
thing,
with him. I'm not gonna fucking go out of my way to go fucking find him. Fucking
yeah,
alcoholic little bitch.
yeah, you're not on the best of terms despite the victory. And finally, once that occurs, a few hours happens, and you start seeing crowds rush in, as they kind of swarm and see as a couple of healers, including a plague doctor, show up. And this plague doctor, Dr. Benedict.
Kind
Oh wait,
gesture.
we got Knack donating another $4. What you got for us now, Knack? I just wanted to give 1 hero point to each hero because shit happens. Okay, everyone give yourself a
Yay,
hero
thanks.
point.
Yay, I'm up to 2
Yay.
hits.
Alrighty, so this plague doctor, Dr. Benedict, goes
Cover
and
badge.
examines the body of Kestrel, as they note that Kestrel. Look, this is kind of hard for me to say, but something's wrong with your friends. He's
Wrong.
breathing, but there's no heartbeat. None.
Oh, that's fine. I don't have one of those.
We're not like you.
I assure you, most organics tend to require blood circulation throughout their body.
Interesting. Just makes a note of that.
I'll have my healers, pick up the body and bring it to my office. I'll keep an eye on them since they are breathing. They are still, in my eyes at least, alive, but It's very strange. It's like their body is frozen. It's a very subtle thing.
Can we see the body if that's allowed at all?
Sure, you can see it before we take it away. And as you do see Castro's body like strung out. Their shirt is undone in order to show the exposed chest, and there is clearly a stab wound like directly into like where Castro's heart would have been. But you can also tell from just glancing that Castro's body is heaving up and down as if they are breathing.
I shake Kestrel's hand.
Castro
No,
makes
it's
no
extremely
movements.
limp.
Castro makes
very limp.
You
zero
loved
movements.
handshakes.
Can
This
I
is strange.
can I put my hand in front of their mouth to see if any air is coming in or out?
You do, and you do feel air come in and out, but as you put fingers against their vein to detect blood circulation, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing.
It's
This
very
is-
hot
oh.
in a dim sort of way.
This is most peculiar.
We'll observe them for a couple weeks to see if they improve, and we'll get in contact with you if anything happens.
Maybe it's some sort of hibernation cycle.
A kind gesture.
We got another donation. It is
Oh,
from
dang.
Honest. $6. What does Honest want us to do today? Not sure exactly who is playing. It's everyone but Quinn. But I put $1 towards a hero point for Ava or some other random character. $5 towards a named NPC. Sir Omni, mixed-skinned, red eye color, cloak, half black, half white mask. Okay, I'll mark that down for later. Cool. So Ava, you get a hero point.
Good.
And the rich get rich.
And the rich get
Gosh, you
richer.
have the most.
No, I have the
No.
least.
Oh, did you?
I think
Silly
I
silly
have more than he
Boko.
does now.
What did you do to your money?
My
So
hero points? I
Spend it.
spend them
Spend them
on
on
doing
tumbling.
cool flips. and I'm
doing
gonna
great
continue to do it.
tumbles. It's very good.
Josh refuses to
Look-
buy anything in real life, but he will spend his hero points at a drop of a hat.
It's
Believe
very
it or not, this is
I'm
if
walking on
if
air.
I could spend my real life money on being a cool robot that does flips, I would.
Also, I'm gonna put
I
Snookers
cannot
on
believe
the
a word of that.
on the
Josh.
Oh,
board here.
excellent.
Yes,
Oh, hey, there's
Very
Snookers
good.
too.
there's Snookers too.
The dose.
Fucking.
Snookers too. Dose. Yeah.
Vengeance.
So they're there, hanging out with Brim. So Castro's body gets taken away by the healers in like kind of
Bye,
like a
Castro.
makeshift stretcher.
Nope.
And the barkeep, Rupert, you know him as Dwarf on the Peg, is like, "Oh yeah, you're finally awake, huh?
Kept you waiting.
Kept you
No.
waiting. Hey, just letting you know, my old friend Caleb has been looking for you.
The father.
Yep, he'll be over at the cathedral. It's closed today, but let them know, old Rupert. They'll let you in. They'll let you in."
I bet they
Dwarf
will.
on a pig has ties to religious overlords.
Yeah, as you say that, the pig just goes.
Because
So,
it's a pig.
I
because
snort back at the pig.
Are you
Is the
doing
pig
it?
one
Are you
of your
doing it
kind?
intimidatedly, or are you doing it diplomatically?
I'm going to diplomatically. 1 second.
Rolling diplomacy for.
No, I'm rolling nature instead.
Oh yeah, you almost kind of like communicating with them for a little bit in a series of just a bunch of snorks. It's very good. It's very valid. But yeah, so you got your direction for that. Do you all want to do anything before that?
I want to investigate the bar to see where Requiem's might have gone off to, even though I
Requiem.
have a guess where he did.
Yeah, you talk to the barkeep, and the barkeep's like, yeah, well, he wasn't really sleeping soundly in the rooms. he needed to cleanse himself a bit, so I think he went back to y'all's barracks.
That does sound like him.
Yeah, he's you know him. He was from a mercenary kind of
They're gonna
group
drown in
situation.
drink, then get a good night's rest.
That's very good.
Wouldn't even drink with me when I was alive.
the force ghost of Castro is just like, no, don't know how I feel about that. Also, by the way, Libertus Nana, you actually have a character you need to name because James Baxter donated and said that you had a character that you could name. So name your character in the chat, please, and give your preferences, yada yada blah blah blah. So yeah, what do you guys do? You're in the middle of Dwarf on the Pig. You have you have your destination. Do you want to do anything before that destination?
I am open to suggestions.
I.
At some point, we'll need to sell all this stuff we took.
This is true, but wait, didn't Kestrel have a lot of things that we could sell?
No, I grabbed those
Don't
already.
just sell my things.
Yeah, Kestrel's
opens
stuff,
one eye, gives
Kestrel's
people
like items are still in their room. They only took the body.
Okay.
Please don't sell all my things. I don't want to have to buy them again.
We're not going to sell them.
It feels like
Yeah,
Well, unfortunately, you can't tell us that because you're dead.
For-
Oh well.
Force
Dude,
Ghost
no.
is the Force
No.
Ghost does nothing.
I look at Aegis. I look at Dipped. I sit down on a chair on a little stool. And
Chair on top of a stool, you say?
It's a very large
You
chair.
you take a chair, flip it backwards, and sit on it like Shaq.
It would be in our best interest to go see Father Caleb, in my opinion.
Okay.
What's a
Dipped.
Caleb?
He is the man we met when we first started the quest.
Ah.
You were riding on Kestrel's shoulders.
I look at Schnookers. Schnookers too.
Schnookers 2, who's like
For vengeance.
the same kind of size as Dipped, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah,
And I
they are a small creature, not tiny anymore. They are small.
Can I take a riding feat?
You could ride them, but you would have to wait until Schnookers grows again, which would take a couple feats.
Yeah, because you need to ride something that's
At least
A
one
bit
size
bigger
bigger
than
than
you,
you. Yeah, it
Yeah.
has to be one size category larger than you.
But do we have an understanding on what you are going to use your feats on?
I do.
Good.
All right. Brim looks at Dipped. He looks at Aegis, and he gets up, brushes himself off, looks at Schnookers. Schnookers looks back. flicks its tongue.
Schnookers looks back with the infinite horizon in their eyes, and just kind of flicks their tongue at you like.
That eye thing is new. That's creepy. I don't like that.
Man, you have a bad feeling about calling what would be a tribute of your god creepy.
Well, it's not creepy. It's just unexpected. Like, oh yes, my pet with the cosmos within its eyes.
It does have the cosmos within the eyes.
Oh no!
Can you make Schnookers 2 magic item? Schnookers 2 can't use magic items, but they could like have like equipment on them.
All right.
Like
Snake
stealth
helm.
snake.
The
Aegis,
Snelm.
should we leave? Or is there something you want to do?
I suppose if we are to meet Father, Caleb.
Daddy.
Yes, please specify with Caleb from now on. He is not your father.
It's true.
Alrighty, so you all bid your farewells to Rupert and start
Bye,
leaving the Artisan's Haven. It takes a while
Ninja
to
busts out
get
the
out.
Nintendo Switch.
And the Super Ninja to 5006 busts out the fucking Switch. Yeah.
You can find that on Super Ninja 5.
And you start making your way to the cathedral, and you get to about the entrance when you see Father Caleb, long, lanky, full of robes, long, like white hair, and at first he glances at you, and then his eyes go wide, and then he starts like dashing at you.
Oh.
He's like,
Brim steps a bit in front.
for when you, and he dashes in the direction of Aegis.
Uh-oh.
And
He just starts panicking immediately.
and
Check
he,
your head. Check his head.
and then he grabs both of your shoulders, Aegis, and he just goes, "What in the world are you doing?" Now you recognize how calm and serene he was during your first meeting. He's a shambling mess at the moment.
I was just standing here. We came to see you.
What in the God's
Did I-
name are you doing? One, you were gone like most of the day yesterday. You were only supposed to do recon. You weren't supposed to get in any trouble.
Aegis, do you know this Father Caleb more than you let on initially? Do you know who he is?
No,
Well,
we
you
just
should-
accepted a quest from him.
You should.
Also,
you
we
should-
fell into a hole.
Also, you should know Father Caleb way
I
more
know.
than him
No,
because
I
he
know
was
that I
under
know
your
Father
care.
Caleb, but I'm like, do you know him better than like everyone else here?
I have never met him before the day before yesterday.
So he's a okay. And the other thing, are you aware of just how much, just outlandish magical energy you're just producing right now? Like, what on the hell are you doing?
Aegis starts considering. Oh! Grabs out the dead finger thing. It's probably this.
Hide that! Hide that! Hide that! Hide that! What? Are you
Aegis hides
out
it.
of your damn mind?
No?
Okay, you all follow me into the cathedral. We need to have a talk.
Oh.
Father, I don't mean to interrupt.
Shush! To the cathedral. We will go. We cannot be out in the open with this.
Yes, Father.
And then he just starts darting. He kind of like grabs the shoulders of Aegis and just pushes him forward towards the cathedral.
Okay.
And as you guys are let up through the entrance of the upper layer, this is like guarded by some pretty heavily like armored guards. You could tell that some of them are like hired arms, some of them are like champions of Apsu. So like a combination of that. And as you like get to the upper layer, this is quite literally where the aristocrats are. This is where like the high-bred like noble individuals are. Everything is just like top dollar fucking just hooey. The only person of y'all who might be used to this would be Brim because he lives here.
Yes, and that's why I look at Dipped and I'm very concerned with this small creature's well-being.
You also notice that a majority of the people on this layer happen to be Dragonborn. They seem to be a lot of them seem to be of your family of House Stone. It's you're not quite like knowledgeable enough of how Dragonborn act outside of your house, but there's quite a few of them, and they all just are dripping with cash. But as you are pushed
Chester
along,
would have liked to see this.
he would have. But as you're pushed along, you do see this absolute gigantic cathedral with a glass painting depiction of Apsu, the god of good dragons and really the creator god as well. And you kind of like push. He kind of like pushes you through to like the past the up to like the top of the altar and everything, and then he turns around and just goes, all right, we should be safe here. The church is closed today because we're having a meeting with the king, and oh my god, where did you find that?
It was the snake fucker. She had it.
What? What?
That's what everyone was calling her. I
What?
assumed it was a name.
What Aegis means to say, Father, is during our recent expedition, we found a snake fucker, for the lack of a better word.
Why did you not retreat? Why did you not come back and report this?
She gave us an
Underground.
ultimatum, Father. We were on our way to come see you before you came to see us, as you see.
Why did you not come sooner, Stone?
Oh, okay. I think I see the confusion. So what happened was when we got to the city, we're outside the hamlet. We fought some wolves, and then the entire ground gave way, and we were trapped in a cave. Everything else happened as we tried to get out of the cave.
Are you safe? Are you all right?
Yes,
I think
yes,
so, but
Father, we're
Kestrel's dead.
What?
That happened afterwards. It's not related to your quest.
Oh my!
When we were
What?
at the inn, someone stabbed him, I guess.
Someone assassinated one of the adventurers. Oh
Yeah.
goodness!
Well, we
We-
think he's still breathing, but doesn't have a pulse. Apparently, one of those two things is important, or both. I don't really know
Jesus.
how it works.
And Father Caleb, and he sort of leans in and mumbles to him, like, Requiems has begun drinking again.
Oh no! We tried. It took us months of work to get him to stop, and he's.
We'll get him back, don't worry, but it's a minor thing compared to the assassination and, Aegis, what was that thing you had?
This! I take out the dead finger again, the same way as before.
Where do you
It
find
gave me
that?
weird visions. The snake fucker from before.
Oh
Yes, the snake woman.
Jesus!
She had it on her when I was looking through her pockets for loose change.
Oh fuck! We have to display this to the king as soon as possible. We have to send word. Do not worry. They will not need to travel far. And as you all turn around, you see, flanked by a whole company of heavily armored guards and champions, you see this quite large bronze dragonborn come across. Someone that you are quite familiar with, Brim, for it is, in fact, your father,
Daddy.
Hello, Father.
Tobias Stone.
Is the exact noise Aegis makes.
Now give
What a small world.
now give me a second to switch music. Play this music and then skip the current track.
I imagine.
Like he's in a full ordained like king's outfit with like a cloak and like noble trimmings, and he is decked out to shit. And he just stares at you, Brim, for like a solid like minute, kind of like expectingly like waiting for something before he stretches out his arms super wide and just comes, Brim, give me a hug.
And he awkwardly walks up to him.
And he just bear hugs you and squeezes you, and like you have like armor on, but like your father just crunches you just severe. Yes, it's it is it's quite good to see you again. How was your first adventure?
Father, not in front of my friends, and more than that, not in front of the church. Thank you.
Yeah, the company of champions and fighters all look upon you, and they just like they're used to this display, but like you are not used to deal with this openly. So oh, don't worry, son. It's good to have familial bonds. After all, we are all but children in the eyes of Apsu.
Eyes of Apsu, yes, I'm aware.
Look, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Also, you forgot your entourage, and he kind of goes, and three familiar
Oh, no.
faces present themselves to you, Brim.
No.
One in a butler's outfit, covered head to toe, with quite decent lavishings, and he is a much older gentleman, human, and bearded as well, and it's like, yes, it is I, Flint. And then flanked by Flint are two twin sister maids. These maids, I don't know exactly what. Actually, you can describe what the
Castor wishes
butler,
he could have flirted with
the
Flint.
butler and the
Question's awfully
maid.
bad
You
for
can
a ghost.
describe. Ava, describe what the butler and the twins look like to you.
Me?
Yeah, they're your butler and your twins. You get
Well-
to describe what they look like.
Well, the butler, as you said, is fairly bearded, quite old compared to most, although it looks like he could probably take down a barn.
Mm-hmm.
The twin maids, well, they're twins, so they both look relatively the same. The only notable difference is their haircuts.
Okay, what's one haircut?
One haircut is more of a bob, the other is a lot more loose
Okay,
and
so
longer.
would you say that Ava has the bob, or would Dia have the bob?
Dia would have the bob.
Dia has a bob haircut, and Dia has a looser one. Already, Flint is old as shit,
No.
but built like a brick house.
Ah, a Capricorn.
I love a large man.
Wyatt,
Just
they're supposed to be dead.
Quiet, ghost.
Yeah, like
The god
it's
from
being
this holy
described basically the butler's like Sebas, but the two twin maids. So yep, this is part of your entourage. Flint's like, oh, it's been too long, merely a day, but too long away from our master. Yes,
Yeah.
it's been in twin speech. The two just like, yes, it's
Oh.
been far too long.
I have a question. Is it every other word? Is
Every
spoken
other
between
word,
them,
yes.
Or are they syncing up? Oh boy, both of them are equally bad, but
Both
one's
of them-
worse.
I'll say they
Which
sync up
defeats the-
perfectly. Yeah, sync up
Okay.
perfectly. Not,
That's
not
pretty
every
bad,
other.
but one's worse.
Yeah, I'll let
Wait
you
a
decide
second.
which one is worse.
Yeah. So you have them introduced, and anything you to say to your entourage?
Maybe a day was not long enough.
Oh, that's quite cruel of you to say, good master.
It is, isn't it?
It is. And as they just kind of like gather behind you, and Tobias just kind of steps up next to Caleb and goes, "All right, I assume you have something to show for me." And he points to the figured finger there.
The finger.
Oh yes. Hello, I am Aegis. I reach out my hand.
And he shakes your hand, and you can almost feel like a couple bolts kind of get crushed with like the
Oh
mere
no!
strength of this man's handshake.
Brim, your father is wildly strong.
Yes, I'm aware.
You say,
And-
like, almost taking like a point of damage from the bear hug.
Anyways, yes, apparently Caleb is worried about this, and I take off the dead finger necklace and hand it to him.
Alrighty, let me add this to my session notes for Nana's character. Make sure I have that marked down. Paste file formatting. There we go.
Hey,
Oh,
Dipped.
yes.
Doing.
And
Yo,
he
hell.
he grabs a hold of it, and for a moment he pauses, as if he's also experiencing those visions that Aegis had experienced, all those flashes of times long gone and futures
Knowledge.
yet to quite be. And he he just kind of shakes his head and goes, "Yes, it's as I feared. This is a corpse part."
Go.
No.
Father,
as-
what?
Well, it is a piece of a corpse, but I don't see why it
You-
has visions.
You know, long ago, there was a powerful, almost reality bending archwizard that used to rule Jankaban. Their name was Jumala. And even in death, their parts exhibit extraordinary power. So much so that if all gathered together, it might spell out the end of the world.
Oh.
Father, that's the story you used to tell me before bed. That's you don't need to joke.
Tobias turns to you and kind of smirks, and then with the finger in the palm of his hand grasps your shoulder, and the both of you experience the vision. And you experience the creation of the universe. You experience centuries of history gone by in like a flash. It's almost just too much information to process at once, and you almost just bleed out into like just almost like TV noise of like what the infinite possibilities of the future hold. It all takes like a split second to occur before he pulls back and goes, "Do you believe in fairy tales now, boy?"
I believe in Apsu. I don't believe in this dark magic.
I don't know.
Oh.
It was pretty trippy, you have to admit.
You're in one.
It is mind-boggling to say for sure, but know that this is only but, I would say this is an index finger, going by the length of a human hand.
Aegis unhelpfully stares at his own hand.
It's quite it's quite a lot of power for just such a small appendage. Imagining even just the whole arm itself would be enough to just shape the world as you know it. But we need to find these parts and we need to seal them away.
But how do we do that? We don't even we happen upon this by chance. How on earth are we going to find an entire corpse?
That will be your job. The church is going to commission the 5 of you, yes, even Quinn, I know he's been on the drink again. You'll be to the cathedral. You'll be tasked to explore different quests in order to find these parts and bring them back. As soon as you get hold of one, you must come back and drop it off. Right now, we know that there might be a corpse part here in Orfang.
Kind gesture.
We got a donation.
Well, there's
$5
definitely
from
one
Doom
There's
Knights.
definitely one in your hand. I would say
In
if I
addition
was
to
there.
in addition to the one in my hand, there is another. But we have no pinpoint location. But the church will commission you to do jobs, and the church has been ordered to prioritize any jobs that might be a clue where the part might be.
Is it smart to gather the parts when we don't want them together?
We can seal them away within Apsul's vault, which is at the bottom of the cathedral. It
Well, that
should be
checks.
able to hold down the power there.
Brim turns to Aegis and to Dipped and to Schnookers for that matter.
Oh, yes. Where'd you find this little thing?
Oh, Funny story, that one. We,
He kind of like
why
peers
don't you
into
tell him?
he kind of peers into the eyes of the Schnookers too, and sees kind of the cosmos within their eyes. And just kind of nods with approval. It's like he's a good companion.
His name is Schnookers, Dad.
The first one?
His name is Schnooker's dad.
No.
I mean, I'm all for you having another father figure in your life.
No.
It's I just wouldn't expect it to be a snake.
This is who you.
The you don't know your countries?
Well, no, not really.
Tatoktik is he
Sound like
just
TikTok.
it's the neighboring country of us. It's where a lot of the more technological advancements are happening. A lot of automatons, constructs, vehicles being developed. They haven't quite made their way here, but you know,
It's possible I
we'll
was
catch up in
originally
time.
built there, but I have an unconventional origin story.
Maybe we'll hear it in time.
Possibly.
Brim then leans down, picks up Dipped, and offers the child to his father
Ah,
Almost
and
to show off.
I
you
do the
are-
arms up in the air thing.
like he kind of picks you up, Dip, and lets you like hang off one of his big strong arms, like just sitting on. He's like, and where on earth have you come from?
What's the direction of the ocean?
The ocean, like this is like a cliffside mountainside thing, so like north-ish is where you would find Polostir, and then like across where would be like an Atlantic Ocean situation. That's where like a whole other big ass continent full of places are. And
I point
also
in that direction. I came from that direction.
oh, you we have a small claim in Polostir, but we didn't really expect. He's so peculiar. Well, no, I can't let my mind drift.
Father,
Drift.
But
Brim leans into his dad's ear and he goes, "Do you know what this is?"
well, and he kind of examines and be like, well, it seems at least partially they're a Leshy. If you go down south here, you'll see the forest, the slumbering forest there. That's where a lot of the nature spirits inhabit different plant bodies, and they tend to be, you know, of this similar size and makeup. The dripping wet part, that's a little bit harder to pin down.
Well, maybe they'll have more answers for us.
Maybe. And maybe they can point you to the direction of a corpse part.
Oh.
Who knows? The
What?
the possibilities are endless.
This is like the fucking beginning of Breath of the Wild where it says quest, defeat Ganon. Like, okay, where do I go with this?
Go to the
I'm
castle.
gonna need
don't
more
you
to
know?
go on.
Also, I just noticed already an hour has passed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is
Welcome
wild.
aboard.
And I'm still dead.
Yeah, you're still
Gosh.
dead. So, we're gonna fast forward here as you all kind of get reacquainted. Tobias wishes you all farewell, and he's kind of flagged by a new person who seems to be in noble's clothing, but a lot more like old, tattered, and the colors have faded. It's like, yes, what is it, Eugene? I need to talk to you. Yes, I'll hear about the concerns of the lower layer later. And then he just, he gets flagged by that individual for a bit before you all get your 2 weeks of downtime.
Hey,
Money time.
2 weeks of downtime. So you all get a choice to gain income, or you can retrain a skill, or you could do another. I forget the other thing you could do. Like you could do like crafting and stuff if you had the training for that. But for most of you, it's going to be earning income. So you're going to pick a skill, and you're going to do a job with that skill that's going to earn you income per day.
Oh.
And then if you succeed or fail with it, you can. If you succeed, you can carry on that amount for the rest of the weeks. If you fail it, then you're gonna have to pick a different skill and try to make up for the rest of the week. So that is your choice. All of you get to do this except for Castro. Castro's still dead. So
Roll for your depth skill.
I think about Kestrel every day.
So Brim, you are gonna go first. Which
Okay.
skill are you going to make your moolah off of?
Probably my religion.
So you're going to try to do like sermons and kind of like try like some one-on-one consultations and try to work off of the stuff with that.
Well, don't worry. Apsu is with you. He's always with you.
He is.
Don't worry.
Don't
So
even
roll
even
me.
fucking stress about it.
So roll. So yeah, you set up shop within the upper layer, and you're ready to help people find their way to God. So yeah, roll me.
Hey, that's a question. Are any of us except Brim even allowed in the upper layer?
I think by proxy because you are associated.
How would they ever catch me?
Just write royal.
Well,
on your
most of the jobs would be found in the middle layer, but because this is a religious ordeal, he's going to be allowed in the upper layer. But
So
for the
just
most
Well,
part,
I mean, Brim lives there. I just meant like the rest of us.
the rest of you, if you have business there, they'll let you up there, but you can't just hang out. You're not rich enough.
Get rich, you fucking nerds. Be born into a royal family.
So Ezzy, for this downtime, is this when we would do our shopping too, or are we gonna explore the Haven?
Do y'all want to
Specifically.
do your shopping
Shopping good.
when Kestrel gets back, or do you want
Yeah, I
to
was gonna
get
say.
I
Badger
would
probably.
like to shop.
I would
Silence.
I will
You're
say
dead.
you can do your selling now, so that way,
Okay.
so
Then-
you could just take all the you can just we can have that one character interaction for the selling.
Sure. Okay.
Alrighty, so let me pull up a song real quick for
Very nice.
As you're pulling up that song, I have a very out of character question. Can I ask? Well, sort of in character. Can I ask
Okay.
for an allowance from my dad?
I'm gonna say you have to roll diplomacy for that one.
Daddy, I need my allowance. You forgot.
And if so, you're still going to get the same amount as you would as in earned income. So roll me a diplomacy check then.
No.
Oh, do you want to use a hero point for that?
No, I'll take that one. On the
So you
Cool.
fail the first.
No.
He just kind of like looks at you after a long day work, being the king of the fucking country, and just goes,
No.
no. Well, and he just kind of fishes from like the deeps of his fucking like pocket lint and gives you 7 silver pieces and just goes,
Thank you, Father.
it's like,
What?
here, don't spend it all in one place.
That's actually hilarious.
So now you can use that 25 for the rest of the week if you want to make your own dough.
Good, yes.
Fucking-
I would like to make my own cash.
Well,
on getting an
first,
allowance.
let me look at cost of services. Lodging,
Daddy, I need an allowance.
lodging would be
Father,
Father, yeah.
it's hard living out here.
It's
I
just-
have to move.
I got a hole, Father. You don't understand, Father.
Father,
Father, I have a mouth to feed now.
Father,
it's,
I-
mo- It's my own father. Look. It would cost like a gold piece for you to do your standard of living for that. So
Okay.
for the 25, that's gonna be a success. I'm gonna say that's level 8. So that's 2 gold, 5 silver pieces. So that's going to be 1 gold, 5 silver pieces per day. Times that by 7. 1.5 times by 7. That is 10.5?
18? No, wait. I was
No.
doing times 2.
That's 10.5, I guess. So at the end of this week,
Yeah,
you have
It's
10.5.
7 plus 3.5.
Well, actually, it has to be 6 because the first day failed. So 1.5 times by 6, that's 9.
9.
So you get 9 gold pieces at the end of this week. And then if you continue to the next week, it's 1.5 times by 7, which is 10.5. So you got 19.5 gold pieces at the end of this. Well, minus a... So that'd be 17.5 gold pieces.
Okay.
Oh, no. It's 19.5. Never mind. So you
Didn't
got
didn't
19.5
you-
gold pieces.
I was going to say, didn't you subtract at the start?
Yeah, I did. So
Subtract?
so you got 19.5.
Listen, I've been playing Smash
So-
Bros. For the last 30 minutes.
So you give everyone like a really good sermon, and they shower you with donations. So you get 19
Which
gold
you get
pieces
to just keep, I guess.
that you get to
Don't
keep,
think about the morality of that.
and then you get 5 silver pieces on top of that. So
Okay.
that's good. Next, it's Dipped. Dipped, how you doing your week?
I have 2 options.
Okay.
Nature and medicine.
Okay, so you can either try to like consult people with how to take care of their animals with their nature, or you could try to heal people with the healers over at the healing ward.
I think I'm gonna do medicine so I can yell at people about drinking water because that's
Okay, yeah, you
Very
can remind them to be
important.
hydrated. Ooh,
No,
Do you want to use a hero point?
I'm going to use a hero point because I don't want them to drink Monster because that's what they'll do if I keep that.
the drink monster energy.
There we go.
Oh, critical! So that's 1 step up from that, and you're trained. So that's 5 gold pieces a day.
I've managed to outlaw all energy drinks. Amazing.
So minus 1 gold piece for the oh no, give me
Standard of living.
yeah. So standard.
I don't know. My standard of living is probably lower than most people's.
No, like comfortable is the first tier without subsisting, and that's
Oh,
like
okay. Without problems.
without problems. So that's 5 times by 7. 5 times by 7 minus 1. So that's 34. And then you can continue on that for another. Oh, I think we're going out of control with this round of gold. I think you guys are gonna have too much gold for a while. You mind if I dial
Oh,
this
well.
back to like
Yeah, I was gonna say that
task
sounds like
level-
a lot, Ezzy.
task level 2?
Yeah, because we're not. I don't think they expect us to start in a level 8 city.
Yeah, they don't really
Yeah.
do that. So
So I would
So-
say like we're newish to the city. We probably found scrubbier jobs than
okay,
are
so
available.
I'm gonna say 1.1 because of the new table, and so you're gonna have 2 gold pieces and 2 silver pieces by the end of this dipped. And
Okay.
for yeah, so that's gonna be 7. Okay, and then 3 times by 6, and then that's going to be plus 21. So I'm gonna say, Christ, Brem, reduce the 19 you got to 3.9,
Okay.
Christ.
so that way you're not overflowing with fucking money. Oh,
Not so money bag.
not so money bad. All right, and now Aegis is your turn.
Okay. So do I have to do like a day for selling then?
Yeah, do a day of selling. And we got Dead King Zealot with $1. Thank you very much for that. And what is that for? Hero point refund for dipped. Hydration is
Yay.
important.
Yay!
Like, someone agrees with me that water is the only drink.
Also, the other Dead King Zealot donation was 5 hero points to Aegis from one Josh to another.
Joshes have to stick together. It's
They
our
do.
code.
Now I'm poor.
So, Josh,
Good for
first
and
day you're
dead.
going to go over and start selling your stuff.
Before I leave, one of the nights where we're all hanging out in the tavern, I'm going to discuss with the remaining party members, I guess,
The ones
okay.
who are dead or drunk.
that as I was preparing the group loot, I noticed this rapier that I would like to have, if that's okay.
Oh, yes, of course. That's
Mhm.
fine.
I don't
Thank you.
care.
It reminds me of my younger days.
How old
Wait, you
are
were young?
Sort of. I don't really age. You know what? It's a long story.
Because
Hmm.
Dipped is young. You, my friend, you are
I'm
something.
not necessarily young.
Well, that's also true. You look young.
Alrighty,
You are-
so you get.
I'm 45.
Not 45.
I'm 102. Alrighty,
so
so
I will
24
keep
changes of the
the
current.
I will move the rapier to my inventory,
gotcha.
and then sell the and then I've already modified the numbers that you had nicely given us.
Gotcha.
So I will sell the rest of that. And we
Alrighty,
can
so you
take
go
it from
and
there.
start heading
How much?
to the best
How much do
known
we-
general
No.
store in the middle layer of Orfang.
Beyond.
So you
Oh
go
God, I hate
marching
this.
down, and you see this giant fucking warehouse with a slathered wooden sign that it has the painted words that spell the following. Welcome to Whamlart's General Goods Store, colon, now featuring adventuring stuffs. With the smaller sign above that says, yep, that's the full name of the store.
Fucking Whamlart. I hate you so much.
So do you go in?
Absolutely.
So you start to walk in, and it looks like a
Fuck you.
fucking Cracker Barrel. Just fucking barrels and wood shit everywhere, hay in random places, just a cornucopia of fucking random knickknacks everywhere. And standing by the counter is the most, like, hillbilly looking, like, hair down to their ass blonde, fucking covers their eyes completely with a missing tooth and a straw poking out of it. This elf going, well, shoo-wee! How you doing there, little tin can? My name's Whamlord. Welcome to Whamlord's General Goods Store, now featuring adventuring stuffs.
I am doing infinitely better now, Whamlart. Having seen your store.
I'm, you know what? I worked a hell of a lot to make sure this store looks absolutely welcoming to both non-organic and organic lookalikes.
That is greatly appreciated. I immediately go to shake his hand.
And he shakes your hand with both hands, going, "Oh, wee! I can't believe we got hospitality here in good old Orfang."
A just remembers the shaking with both hands for later.
Oh God.
All right, I got the music up for people who couldn't hear it. So this is
You might want to loop it.
yeah, it's looped. It's looping right now. So
Oh, okay. I hate this so
well,
much.
shoot, what are you
I
doing
love
here,
everything about this.
middleman?
Yes. In our travels, we successfully fended off a snake fucker called. So we have extra
You
things.
going
to
around
sell.
fucking snakes there, boy?
No, they were, but not anymore. They're dead.
Well, shoot, I hope they're dead. That
Yes,
shit's
yes.
illegal.
I know. It's very important to follow the laws.
It sure is. You said you got some items there to sell me, boy?
I do. A just flumps down whatever sack he had the extra items in.
Well, shoo-wee, what the hell you got all there here? Nick, you got some leather armors, you got some saboteurs, you got some poisons?
Place.
Yes. I also have this steel shield hand crossbow and this snake amulet.
Oh wait, you know what? I'll pile all this into a fucking pile over in this little barrel here. He just kind of like shoves it all into one side, and then wait, you disabled the loop? Why'd you do that?
Oh, I didn't think I thought disabled was I didn't have permission.
Nope.
Steven ruins the fun.
Wait,
Why'd you kill the Cracker Barrel, babe?
There we go. So now it's back to being re-enabled.
Might be.
Well, let me give you some coin for that, and then they pass you whatever the predetermined amount of gold. He just like slaps a big fucking like bag of gold in front of you, like, I think that should do it.
Doesn't count it.
Aegis. Oh wait, I got a good one. Aegis picks it up and just like weighs it and goes, ah, yes, 36 gold.
Yep. Count down to the fucking penny.
Well, that is simply great.
Well, you go on and come. You know, if you want some general adventuring gear, you can always find it here. Otherwise, you might want to go to one of the specialty stores around here in order to get anything from alchemical items or, you know, magical knickknacks and paddywhacks and all that shit.
Wow, this has been a very good day for me, Mr. Wamlert. Thank you so much for your hospitality, and we will be sure to stop by when our friend is no longer in a coma or dead.
I appreciate that. I hope to see all your friends here damn soon.
I leave feeling infinitely happier than when I went in.
Alrighty, so you do leave, and
So what's the split on that gold?
It's going to be, well, Aegis keeps all of it. No, I'm kidding. He's lawful. Everyone, as long as everyone wrote down the gold that we got from the chest, which I think everyone did.
Yeah.
I believe everyone wrote that down separately. So then everyone gets 7 gold and 2 silver.
So much
Hot
money.
damn! I got 13 gold.
I've got 19.
Because 10 silver is 1 gold, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. And yes, I have 13 gold even.
I have a lot more than that.
Alrighty, so you all, okay, so now, Aegis, I need to know what you're doing for the rest of the week. The rest of the 2 weeks, rather.
Okay. I will attempt to tumble for cash.
Okay.
Wait.
He's
Aegis joins the circus.
So you go and find yourself in the middle of Artisan's Haven. And you notice that there seems to be a catfolk doing wild performances in the middle of the street. They seem to be promoting a nearby pasta maker establishment called Mama Pasta and her little noodles. And and you have Mama Pasta, the catfolk, there with her 4 children, lasagna, ravioli, ziti, and penne.
I hate it.
Why do you always hate the good
and
things, Steven?
And as you approach the
I hate how much I love it.
And as you approach the catfolk tumbles over you and introduces themselves as the Noodler.
Oh no.
I can't.
Incredible. Well, hello, Noodler. I am Aegis.
Aegis
Oh
gets to meet
yes,
all the cool
it is
people.
I,
only
the
meet people that
Noodler.
stab
Come
me.
on down to the noodling shop where we have all kinds of sized pastas.
Even big pastas?
Big pastas as big as your brain. Come on down to Mama Pasta and her little noodles. So you're gonna say that you're going to do acrobatics with this street performer?
With the Noodler? Well, first I shake the Noodler's hand.
Yes, and he absolutely shakes your hand, and it almost lets you like shake his whole body up and down, like you're like moving a drawing on like Photoshop.
Like he's made out of noodle.
Out of noodle, exactly.
He's a noodle golem.
He's a noodle. He's a noodle man of all kinds of folks.
Doing everything he can.
Trying to
But yes,
breathe
I would
on
absolutely
thing.
love to tumble with the noodler for my cash.
Alrighty.
You will
So,
only tumble with the noodle list.
so let me pull up the music for this, and then you can roll me a check for that. So.
I spend a hero point.
Okay.
I don't want to tumble at moderate success. God damn it! No, this is too important. I spend a hero point.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
Alrighty.
I am not getting less than a 20 when I've just met the noodler.
I think you critically succeeded with that, so you get a step up with your cash. So you make 5 silver per day with your noodler stuff. So that is 5 times by 6.
Ezzy, be honest with me. Did the noodler exist 5 minutes ago?
Yes, I had the noodler marked down, as well as Mama Pasta and her little noodles. I spent all day with Fran making NPCs. This is happening. So that's 30,
Oh,
and then 3 times by 7. That's 21. So that's 30. Wait. No. 5 times by 7, 35. So plus.
Correct.
That's 6.5 minus 2 gold. So 6.3 gold you got there.
Okay.
Mama Pasta is very impressed with you absolutely just tumble over each other in like a circle and just
Yes.
throw each other up in the air
Yes.
and just like it seems like no end that the noodler has energy, and you're just of equal match with this noodler individual for the 2 weeks. And this, like, everyone is just slamming over to the pasta shop, demanding noodles, and the business is just going wild over at Mama Pasta.
I want to know how anyone in this world could walk past a shop with a catfolk and a robot doing expert level tumbling and not go and purchase their wares.
It's very
You'd
good.
have you'd have to have no soul.
No soul at all. And
One of the
speaking,
tumblers
and
does
as the
have
2
one.
weeks come to a close, Kestrel, you wake up. And your head really kind of like, you're like getting a huge hangover.
Near as I can tell, I haven't eaten in 2 weeks.
Well, no, it feels like your body is experiencing the hangover you were supposed to have 2
right,
weeks
yeah.
ago.
That.
Oh, fuck.
And the first you're just experiencing the headache, and then after like a while, you can start to realize that, hey, I don't know how long I've been asleep. Is this normal? And as you are stepping out, one of the healers are going, oh God, oh shoot, Doctor Benedict, he's awake.
What the fuck? Where the fuck am I?
And as a lab coat plague doctor kind of like approaches the room,
Ah,
my God, you're actually alive.
yeah, yes. Am I still drunk?
Are you?
I know I
And then
partied a little hardy, but it was my birthday.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since your birthday, lad. Let's take a
Oh.
look at you. And he
What?
like examines your body, and it's like he confirms that you're intoxicated, like you're having your hangover. He's like, oh, sweet fucking God, you should have like had that all those like chemicals out of your body by now. What is with you?
I wish I could tell you, although I am sad to learn that I am out for 2 weeks and I still have to have the hangover from 2 weeks ago. Very disappointed in biology right now.
I'm very
that's
disappointed
bullshit.
as well. I'm gonna go let Father Caleb know you're alive, and
Do
they'll
you have
probably
like some sunglasses or something for me? I cannot go out like
sure.
this.
And
I will die.
he gets like a and he gets like a blindfold and just puts it over your eyes a little bit.
Cool.
That should do it for now. You stay here until your friends show up. And he goes and
Gives
after a
double
while
thumbs up.
he lets Caleb know, and Caleb contacts you all, and you all arrive at Cashul's homestay at the moment. And yeah, what happens?
So am I just like in what? Am I like in a hospital or am I in the church?
You're in like the healing ward, so it's not like a modern hospital, but you're in like a bed, and you're in like you're not.
I'm in a bed blindfolded.
Yeah, you're in a bed blindfolded.
As soon as I hear them walk in, I'm like, bad news, guys. I've lost my vision.
No! Brim falls.
I'm
to
just
the
kidding.
floor.
I just feel like absolute shit though.
Brim gets up. He wants to choke him.
I go over and shake Kestrel's hand.
I respond to the handshake. Aegis, I bet.
Yes. Also, here's 7 gold and 2 silver. I say, just dropping it on his chest.
Oof.
Does he go in the cut?
It's your portion of the group loot I sold at Whamlart's.
You're
What?
Whamlart's. Oh, he's the best. I promised I'd take you all to see him.
Oh, I will process this.
Does Brim know who?
I
Lamlord
worked at
is?
a noodle shop.
Brim, I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Does Brim know who Lamlord is?
Yeah. So Whamlord is it's basically Walmart. You would have to be an idiot not to know Whamlord, but considering that Kestrel is new in town, they don't know Whamlord.
I've never met
as
the
good.
Whamlord.
They're more of a food eagle kind of person.
We also met Brim's dad. He has a very strong hand and also hugged him.
Is he hot?
I do not understand.
Let's not talk about this.
He's a dragon man, so maybe?
not talk
Do you
about
breathe
this.
fire? I saw you breathe
don't.
electricity. Is electricity hot?
No, Bronze Dragonborn can't breathe fire. We can only breathe electricity, Aegis.
Ah, Aegis makes note of that. Also, turns out Brim has butlers, or a butler, and maids. We learned a lot
And
about
you
each
can-
other.
And you can peek, Kestrel, behind you in this kind of like crowded room. Is a very old but beefy butler with flanked by 2 different haircut but twin-looking maids.
Kestrel does an eyes emoji at them and then glances at Brim.
It's whatever you're thinking. It's not that.
And I have no idea where Requiems went, so it's good to be back up to 4.
I would like to know where they.
5 if you count Schnookers too.
If I count what?
And then you
Yes!
see
Yeah!
like
Brim
you
picks
see
up a
like
snake.
wrapping around Brim's body and peeking over his shoulder is this big old fucking viper with like purple
Whoa.
eyes that are as infinite as the cosmos.
Now that's a big boy. Is that the same tiny snake you rescued from the snake fuckers?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Very big, very good snake.
I
It
see.
nods and like hugs you, like constricts you a little bit in like a hug.
it starts choking you to death.
Not to death, just enough to know that it's like a hug, and that's it.
Schnookers is good. Schnookers too.
Snookers too. You couldn't have come. It's you know what? It's your snake. Whatever.
But yes, it is good to see that you are not in fact dead. Another
Yeah,
week
it's
and I
good.
probably would have sold your things.
No,
It's good to wait.
I think
It's
that
good to be not dead. I guess. What happened?
well, you got stabbed in the chest, and then
Oh.
when everyone found you,
Kestrel,
were-
And
as
as-
soon as you say that, Kestrel sits up and like rips open his shirt. Like what?
And as you rip open your shirt and look at the stab, the flash of the stab situation happens in your mind again. You start getting a huge migraine.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Yeah,
He
hold
just
on,
lays
hold on.
that back down. Nope. No.
Is that
Okay.
the-
Yeah.
is-
So after
that
that
the magic
happened,
or the
you
hangover?
were still breathing, but you didn't have a heartbeat, and apparently that's bad.
Aegis.
Yeah.
Castro, do you remember anything before, you know, the,
Maybe you
I-
tripped and stabbed yourself with a knife.
No, Aegis, that didn't happen.
No.
You can't rule out the possibility.
I remember the following. I was quite intoxicated.
Yes.
Requiem carried me up to the stairs.
Yes.
He set me down on my bed. He left to do whatever. I don't
He's
know. I
still
passed
he's
out.
still left. None of us know really.
Ah, I see. I fell asleep. I was having a dream that I mostly remember, but not really.
Okay.
And I think I remember being stabbed, and now I am awake again.
Did your dream involve dragons of some sort?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
What?
Did
That's
it
a
involve
weird
being
question.
stabbed?
It did. Well, I don't. That might have been real. It's hard to. It's all very fuzzy.
Well, before we
Have
get
you-
more
Have you
into
written
that-
down a list of your known and unknown enemies?
That's. Oh God.
You start to think
Oh,
about
boy.
your known and unknown enemies, and the flash happens again, and your migraine comes back.
Oh,
spikes.
shit! Damn it! Fuck!
Aegis makes notes of these words.
So
You're teaching Aegis the curse words?
No.
No!
don't teach Aegis to swear.
Don't teach Aegis the swear.
So
Fred is freaking out. Not the baby, apparently. Alrighty, so you all are, you know, it takes like a solid.
Can I have
like,
some water?
Yeah.
Uh,
I cast Oceanic
No. So that happens, and then it takes about a day for y'all to for Castle to kind of like get their bearings. But Caleb like rushes in. He's still a nervous wreck. You try to give him the information, but he's just blathering. And after a day, Kestrel, you put your garbs back on, and you're ready to take on the world once again. And now, if y'all want to do shopping, you can totally do that.
So Castro,
I would like to do
I
some
have
shopping.
some news.
Oh, good. What is it?
We have been hired by the church, also my father, to go around and find these, as he called them, corpse parts, in order to seal them away to, what did he say? Prevent an ancient evil? Something along those lines?
I believe he mentioned the world being destroyed. Yes.
Yes, that's
Ah.
a very big point.
It turns out the finger was from some sort of dead wizard who has other body parts, presumably. And those are very strong also.
Imagine just
see.
assuming that he's made of other body parts and not just the index finger.
This okay. If you I guess if the pay is good, then I like you guys.
That's
I
the
can do
other
this.
problem.
Oh, speaking of that, Caleb finally gathers you all together and goes, "Oh yes, obviously you did a fantastic job with the the not dying and bringing back the finger and everything. So here,
Hooray.
your quest reward," and he gives you each 10 gold pieces.
Hey,
Woo! Tough.
money.
Thank you, Father Caleb. Very generous of you.
You would have only gotten like 5, but the finger promoted that to double. So
Woo!
you'll get more
Kestrel
gold.
throws up both arms in victory.
Aegis copies him. But Aegis leaves his arms up, leaves their arms up way after Kestrel's already put his down.
So he quietly like tucks away, and now you guys have the day to do your shopping.
Friends,
Shopping.
I simply must take you to Wamlert.
Yes, yes.
You
go to that
you
one.
said this before. What is Wamla?
Come.
So Brim and Aegis kind of pushed the other two of you to this old like wooden like big old warehouse that is like just looks like an absolute Cracker Barrel. And let me get the music real quick again.
Oh boy. Chester looks horrified.
This place is great, Kestrel. You'll love it.
I doubt that very much.
Just
So as you
don't
step
don't
through,
feel it.
you see a familiar face, Aegis, and Kesho, you're kind of horrified for a whole other undisclosed reason, as Wamlord comes stepping in with his blonde hair down to his fucking toes, his big ass fucking like elf ears. It's like, hooey! Oh hey, the Tin
Kestrel
Man's
hides
back.
behind
Are
Brom.
these your friends?
Yes, Wamlert goes for the handshake.
Yeah, double hands you again. It, like he almost does like the cartoon, like his whole like body's up in the air, like
Shake your
shaking
whole
your
body.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. How the hell you been? It's only been a couple days.
It's so good. I met the Noodler.
Oh,
And
you met the
worked out-
damn noodler? You did those fucking acts there and jumping over each other and shit.
Yes, it was very fun.
Oh damn! I need to go over and get some fucking raviolis for myself. Gotta
I
fill
hear
my
it is
belly
the
up.
best. And also, my friend is not dead.
Oh, where's your
I
friend?
say gesturing to
Where's
the
your knife
cowering
friend?
person.
Oh shoot, we
I do-
another half elf. That's fucking fantastic. Here, my name's
Hello.
Wamlord. Doesn't mean nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Tim.
And he like pulls you. Oh shit, Tim! It's really nice to make your acquaintance. Wait, and he like stops and like really looks at you, but you can't see his eyes because of the huge bangs. Have I seen you around
Kestrel
somewhere
sweats.
before? Have I seen
No, I
you
don't.
around?
I don't think that's his spot. I haven't
In
been
a-
in town very long.
In a stage whisper,
shit. Well,
Aegis
let's get-
asks Dipped, why is Kestrel's second named Tim?
Brim
Zip
furrows
does the
brow.
fish shrug.
Big.
Well, shit.
What did you just ask me? I literally didn't hear it.
No, he was asking me.
What did you, Ezekiel, just ask
Oh.
me?
No, I asked. Well, do you? I'm sorry, but have I seen you around before? You look awfully familiar.
No, I do not believe so. I have not. I am new to town. I have
Well,
not
shit.
been to
Let's
your
get you a fucking acquaintance here to
establishment
Orfang. He's pretty much like offering you
Radical.
like a welcome like wagon to Orfang and stuff.
That
uh,
sounds
I-
incredible.
And he kind of like shows you around his whole like emporium. It's pretty much, this is the spot to go to if you need like basic adventuring gear. So like any tools and stuff like that. There's like shits like in barrels and shelves and everywhere here, and like little nests of hay and stuff. Like he has
So the
basically.
way the way I would like to do this is like I'm pretty familiar with most of the town, although I haven't been to the shopping center kind
the
of
Artisan's
area
Haven?
recently. If you've got
Yeah, let me give you a little tour of all the basic amenities there. And he just kind of steps out because you are in the Artisan's Heaven. He's in the biggest fucking section of it.
right.
Well, over there is the blacksmith, the Iron Eagle. That's run over by Razamelos. He's a fine little fella there. You also got the potions and potion shop over there. And you got alchemical concoctions.
Potions.
Yeah, you got alchemical concoctions and where to find them over there by Professor Dankish. And you got my store, Wamlord's General Goods Store, now featuring venturing stuffs. You also got the Spry's trinkets and baubles over in that little corner there by the little back alley. You got the Jean Capon National Bank that is across the little artisans heaven, so that way people can get the money out and give us some goods and services. You got Clockwork Storage over there, another automatons that's worked over by Eloan. And you also got Mama Pasta and her little noodles. There's lasagna and ziti and ravioli and penne. You also got Gobbles the Goblin, who's a tattoo artist over there. We also got the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. The butcher's Millicent of Millie's Meats. We got the baker, Amalda of the Bread Fellas. That was started by her 2 gay dads. And then candlestick maker is Jeremiah. He was a bullfrog and a good friend of mine. And he runs Jeremiah's Flambeau. And finally, we got the textile shop over there. That's Swift Taylor.
God, I only managed to write down like half of those.
Too much all at once.
And that's pretty much all the arts. And also, Eat Free is over there at the end. That's the cooking guild. They kind of like run the whole show around here.
Well, thank you for that guide. I can't speak.
Landlord, it's nice to meet you. Are you the prince? Are you the prince around here?
Yes, this is Grim Stone.
He's the
Come
prince.
on in. It's always good to have the Stone family around here being a fine customer.
Oh, yes, I'll
And he
be
just
right
gives
in,
you a big ass hug.
Yes, this is all well and good, but I will come in just a minute. I must have a conversation with our friend Tim. Was it?
This is also Dips.
Yes.
She is looking for the CEO of Water.
Oh shit! Well, I don't know if I can get you to the CEO, but I can get you over to a sink or something.
Not good enough. I need to speak to King Water.
She needs
Well,
it.
I'll see if I can fish around, see if maybe someone could fish. You know, get it? But I'll try to get you a little like a direct wire over to the CEO.
This is the closest I've gotten.
You are helpful.
Alrighty. Yeah, also, my voice is giving out because of that fucking, hooey!
So before
And
they
then he goes mute for the rest of the shopping trip.
Oh no, we're gonna have to roleplay.
Before they enter the shop officially, Brim pulls Kestrel aside and goes, "Hey."
He just pulls himself aside with them.
What's up with the name?
I didn't know your name was Tim, Kestrel.
It can be sometimes.
Why?
You have 2 names?
I've never seen this man in my life. That's a good question. Have I seen this man in my life?
Time to roll to find if you've seen this man in your life.
Roll me a history check.
Oh boy. Where is history? There it is. Nope.
Or society,
What is it?
rather.
Yeah, I was gonna say there is no history in this one.
Thing that we live in.
Nope.
Yeah, you just missed this individual today, and he seems to be pretty popular around the capital.
I've never met this man.
But then why did you give him a different name than you gave us?
Yes, that is the question.
Now the real question is, Kestrel's name really Tim, and was he lying to us the entire time?
One of these names is probably not your name.
It's a 50-50 chance.
I am Kestrel in front of this man. I am Tim. That is all I ask. Do not ask questions.
This is fine, but hey.
Does it count if I ask if I can ask questions?
No. Yes. Maybe.
Can I ask questions?
It depends on the ones, I suppose.
Why?
You've got the
I have a
immense
dark
eyes.
past.
Hey,
You've
Kestrel,
got the immense
listen.
eyes.
Listen.
I was just dead for a week. Perhaps don't ask me so many questions.
2 weeks,
Yes.
actually.
Kestrel,
Yes.
I just want to make something very clear to you. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
If we can't trust you, things are going to go bad. Yes?
Yes.
Aegis gets
okay.
Aegis gets
I
briefly a
don't-
little All right, I want to say, Aegis puts a hand on Kestrel's shoulder and gets briefly a little too serious. Kestrel, did you break the law? Because that's illegal.
No, it's okay.
Did you steal from
Okay.
Lamlart? Kestrel?
I've literally never been here.
Then it
No,
should
they
be no
haven't got to the
problem.
bank yet.
And I suppose it's not a problem.
They've only been to one
Okay.
shop. They just got a fucking list of all the other shops from the landlord.
So Brim, I will say this: it is a family-related issue. Surely you can relate.
I see.
I do hear about those families causing problems.
It's nothing bad. I just don't want to be recognized around here.
You know what? I empathize with that. Let's go.
Cool. I just want to buy some fucking clothes or whatever.
What were you guys say? You were actually suspicious. I was curious. What?
You know, hey, listen,
Questions?
listen. I am sorry.
Well, they are forgiven. That's fine.
Good. Can we shop now?
Yes.
Can you shop now?
I don't know. Can you?
All right. So, how much was? I'm gonna just Google some shit real quick.
Yeah, just do your shopping and your.
I have the page pulled up too. If anyone wants me to look at anything.
Yeah.
I just want. How much is would a bandolier be able to carry both of my daggers?
It can carry up to 8 light items. So yes.
Radical. I
As
need
far
one of
as no
those.
daggers are light items, right?
Yes.
And a bandolier is 1 silver piece.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll just do that then. Cool. 2. So I pick up a bandolier. I did that math really bad. Jesus.
Right now, I'm just giving
Bandolier.
you all a list of. That was on the screen.
Did I just
Please-
roll bandolier?
You can just put it on your sheet, bandolier.
Yeah.
Yes, I should point out that Aegis
what's
is
the
lawful
bulk of
neutral
bandolier?
and likes following the law.
Vandalies.
Fair.
Vandalize.
Because breaking the law is illegal.
That is, you know what? That's true.
Yeah. That is a correct statement.
So, yeah, I'm getting the band. Is the bandolier give me like my, or is it just a thing I have?
It's something
What
that
did
you
you say?
wear on yourself, and then you
Yeah,
can
it's
just
it's
use
across
one-
your chest.
Yeah, and then you can.
I
use
know
one
what a
indirect
bandolier
action
is. I want to
pull
know
out
if
your
it has any
daggers and
weight based.
No, it doesn't give you any benefits like the backpack does.
Okay, does it weigh anything?
Not
It-
when-
it's
not when you're
negligible
wearing
as long
it.
as you wear it properly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's lightweight, I believe.
Okay, so just 0 for bulk then. Gotcha. Cool.
Ah, Dunka Shane, as he.
Okay, so I would like to. God, fucking Lamlart. I don't know. I would like to check out the magic item shop. I doubt we can afford anything there, but
All right.
I am
I'd
about
like to see it.
I am about 5 gold short of getting the striking rune I wanted,
Okay.
which is fair. Just means I'll have to save. At a pace.
We'll see how this goes. I might give you some.
Alrighty.
Well,
So
I don't know if Custer would do that. We'll see.
Well, it just depends. So, let me put on some town music real quick.
I don't. Yeah, it's like I said, I don't know about anybody else, but I would love to check out Sears Trinkets and Baubles.
So, Sears Trinkets and Baubles.
Sears Trinkets and
you
Baubles.
pull
Sears,
up to
that's
there,
what I said. Sears
and
Trinkets
it
and
seems
Baubles.
to be a much more like darkened like spot. Actually, let me pull up something a bit more
just for
appropriate.
chat to know, we do the players have been instructed to not have the stream open, but I know at least I keep the chat open.
Yeah, you
I
can keep the
also
chat
no-
open, just no
Spoilerinos.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I will be sad.
yeah. Don't spoil if you can, please.
Oh God.
So as you step into this
Mm.
dark and like really dank looking
Nice.
Nice.
like Magic sharp. Magic sharp. Yeah.
Magic shower.
You see these kind of like plain like dark wooden like floors and several shelves and like 3 tables kind of like strewn together at the back with an individual cloaked in the back. It's like, oh yes, please, come in. It's good to have company.
Terrifying.
Yes, I am Sire. They might call me outside Sire the Cursed. I would shake your
Cool.
hand, but I'm a bit, and you kind of notice that he's hold on, it's a little loud.
Yeah.
I like to imagine you said I would shake your hand as Aegis was going for a handshake.
So what he raises out one hand, and the one hand is normal sized, but like it seems like the other side is a bit heavier, like a lot heavier.
Ooh.
So he kind of like shifts the perspective so it looks a bit more normal and shakes your hand. It's like, oh yes, it's good to meet you. I'm a procurer of various esoteric items. That you, by all means, please look around. We have a new item in stock. It's over here in the back. It's a seems to be some sort of magical wardrobe. I haven't inspected it myself, but by all means, check it out. And
I was about to say I'd cast Detect Magic, but that'd be fucking useless in here.
Detect magic,
Yeah.
lots of magic. Yes, the magic shop is made of magic.
You
Magic shop
detect
is full of
magic,
fucking
and
magic.
you're just getting pings everywhere. And then you start getting the migraine again, and just goes,
Oh god.
And
Oh no. Oh boy.
And so yeah, there's this various.
Good news,
magical-
gang. This place is magic as hell.
Yeah, it's magic
That
as
would
fuck.
make sense.
And yeah, you can
Do we have a
check
list
out.
of? Is there a list of things that are sold here, or?
Yeah, any under the equipment tab on the website, anything that would be worn items that are under the other worn items category. Also, held items would also be here. So
Okay,
various
so under
coins,
equipment-
wondrous figures, thuribles of revelations, ever-burning torches, Aeon stones, all kinds of stuff.
Boy, the cheapest fucking thing in here is 30 gold. Is 15 gold.
No, Aeon stones are 9, but so, and then there's the wardrobe if you want to check that out.
Does it contain lions?
Yeah, I'll look at the wardrobe.
Okay. It's a pretty like decently tall, ornate wardrobe. It seems pretty pristine. Some nice intricate carvings onto it. Anything you're gonna do?
I open it.
Okay. Then you grab hold of it, and yeah, it opens pretty easily. And inside you see the typical things: a dark, wet hole with midi teeth and a lashing tongue.
Whoa!
And you start to pull
Uh-oh.
back your hands a little bit, and yeah, seems like you're stuck there, bud.
Uh-oh. You
Uh
found the
oh.
mimic.
And now
No, no.
we are at the map here.
Aegis yells to everyone, "Do wardrobes normally have teeth?"
What?
What?
Huh?
And-
They're things you use to eat food, I think? I don't really do that.
I run over.
The
Well-
other
well,
one holds
bef-
clothes.
We're gonna roll initiative here.
I can't
I
believe
see.
we're gonna fight in Curious George. Why would we do this?
So let me roll up the typical combat music. That
Where the
is a-
fuck is Schnookers?
I'll put Schnookers.
Working on it.
Yeah, I'll put Schnookers here in a little bit.
Thank you.
There you go.
There he is.
There's Schnookers.
Good baby.
Oof. Oh well.
And
Click
skip.
on myself.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait
Someday
a minute.
I'll remember where inventory is.
It's up
Under
at the top.
inventory?
Or initiative, there we go. Oop.
Ah, I see.
Schnookers.
So that goes away, and then in the GM layer, make this into the token layer.
No, Schnookers cannot. Dang it.
Were you gonna... What was your plan?
I thought I could roll initiative for Schnookers.
No, they act on your turn.
They act on your turn, yeah.
I see. I
You
see.
are.
So you would use an action to command them, and then they would have 2 actions, and then you would have
I
your
see.
2 remaining actions. That's how animal companions work.
Fucking in the chat out of nowhere, halfway through this fight. Whoa, wait, what are we having?
I'll excuse myself out here.
Looks like you guys are buying yourselves a mimic.
I'm thinking.
I was gonna buy up that wardrobe too, put it in my little shopping shop.
My spells are very
How
fulfilling
did
for
he
this.
put my inventory?
I feel like I shouldn't use burning hands in here.
No,
Probably
that's a
not.
good que-
That was
That's a
probably-
good question. I turned to... I fucking... What's his name?
Seer.
So yes,
I turned to see him like, can we fight it? Can we fight it here?
you can fight, but I wouldn't advise like anything you burn, you buy.
We don't have that kind of
Oh
cash.
my spells!
I want to do that.
Just
I mean,
hope the
cast
black
the bow.
isn't like this.
So I have the sheet up here, and let me roll initiative for my my little mimic, and part of it's just checking here. Yeah, so it's gonna get a free pseudopod strike on you. A 17, does that hit?
no.
Okay, so
Are you
now
flat-footed?
you can, they are
Shut
grabbed.
up.
Is grabbed flat-footed?
Grappled?
Grabbed.
Grabbed? Let's find out. Yep. So it does hit. Thank you,
Alrighty.
Steven. Glad you're alive
Alrighty.
again.
So you
Glad you're
get
here.
you get hit
Glad
with
you're
13,
here again. Thanks, Steven. Really good
13
teamwork there, bud.
points. You get hit with 13
Uh-huh.
points.
Really good.
I'm sorry.
Thanks,
I
man.
spent all of. I
You
spent
take
all of
13.
last session to
All right,
investigate.
cool.
You take 13
Good.
points
Yep.
of
No, this is fine.
bludgeoning damage.
Great.
And now to roll initiative. Oh, it critted.
Oh
Cool.
no!
Oh
Oh,
no!
no! Can I use a hero point to make him re-roll that?
No. Sorry,
What
but
does a crit initiative do?
That means you go super first.
well, yeah, it's just means yeah, you
Just
go
you're at
super,
the top of the order.
yeah, top of the order. So it's going to it's you are utterly stuck onto this creature, and they're going
oh god! Oh god!
to
Oh god!
and they're going to well, it's going to try to drag you 10 feet over this way. So you're like slouching over this table. Sire has long since like gotten out of the building, kind of peeking his head
He
through.
just fucking left.
And then he's going to make 2 pseudopod attacks onto you. Each one is going to have you know, adhesive. 33 does that hit?
What the fuck?
Yep. Yes, I am
So-
at 3.
Just
What
check.
the fuck?
Just
19?
check. Yeah, that's 19 plus a 14 modifier. So,
Hey, Ezra, you sure you balanced this encounter for level 2?
I'm pretty sure. Uh,
Are you
and
certain?
I'm pretty sure. Also, does that critically hit you? Is it 10 over?
33.
Almost certainly.
No, I have 17 AC. Oh yeah, it does. So it's a critical. I am dead.
You are unconscious. And then it's just going to move with your dead body about 10 feet over here. And holy shit.
Brim is very upset.
This is a creature level 4, by the way.
I think it's a bit strong.
Hey, Ezzy.
Yeah, see, that's double our level.
Yeah, which is only a severe encounter to y'all, according to the encounter budgeting.
Only severe is bad.
By the way, Aegis, your hero point situation.
Nope, not using them.
You're not spending all your hero points to get one health
Nope,
back?
if I die, I die. To be fair, I don't know what the hell good 1 HP is going to do me.
Yeah.
So, if I die, I die.
Alrighty, so now...
Well, the healer's here at least.
So now it is Brim's turn. Brim, you have your spear and your schnookers and your shield out.
Okay. If I use 2 actions to heal, how far can Schnookers move?
You can command them, and then they have 2 actions. So it's their speed and then whatever else. They can probably get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use 2 actions to heal.
Already?
I'm gonna heal Agent because Jesus, it's a bad time.
Already. So that's going to be
Saving throw. Would
no,
you like to make a saving throw?
No,
against
it's not saving throw. It's
Yeah,
so
I
it's
know.
1d8 plus 8. Roll that for me, please.
1d8.
Plus
It's
8.
11.
Yeah.
So that's 11 points of healing to Aegis. Aegis, you are now at wounded 1.
Perfect.
Alrighty.
He just
and
powers back on,
All right.
perhaps letting loose a swear word.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
This is upsetting to me. Schnookers, get him.
Alrighty, so you used your first action to move Schnookers, and they can get to like on top of here. The table isn't really like much of a movement. And roll me an attack roll for Schnookers.
Schnookers, fucking get him.
Don't
How,
swear.
how do I do that for Schnookers?
Go to their sheets.
Uh-huh.
You should be able to click on their attack.
Oh, that's a good
rolls.
question. Can I use my thing?
We will discuss that when we get to your turn.
Oh, okay. So just
So no, not the gear. You just click on the word Jaws here.
oh, okay.
12 does. Let me just check that. It does not hit.
Can Schnookers use a hero point?
You can use your own hero points for Schnookers. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Schnookers, get him.
A 24.
What?
A 24 does hit. 23 does hit. I'll say you can use that 10 from before.
I'll do.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So let me just.
Points
make
are real good.
Yeah. So now they bite into them. Oh wait, that's the wrong value. I had to change. There we go. And just checking.
Can mimics be poisoned?
Now I need Schnookers to roll me a reflex save.
Uh-oh.
How is Schnookers gonna do that?
There should be a reflex
there's a
save
reflex.
on the. It should be Ref 7 on the sheet.
Ref. There
Should
we
be-
are.
Do you want to spend a hero point?
You.
You might. Schnookers will die.
Schnookers, that's
Do you
true,
want to
bro.
send another here?
Okay, that does it, I believe. That meets the DC.
Christ.
So they avoid sticking to the mimic's adhesive.
Okay.
Alrighty, and that should be everyone's your turn. Aegis.
Okay.
Now you can use an action to try to escape, which would require that reflex save.
All right. I'll try to escape.
That does it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So now you have escaped from the stickiness that is this creature's grasp.
Why the fuck does he have something like this in his store?
Why are we doing this without the tank?
He had just gotten
That's a good question.
He had just gotten the wardrobe in. He hadn't checked
I'm
the inventory.
still gonna punch him really hard.
Don't punch me. I
punch
did
it.
not ask for this.
Shut up!
Okay.
Aegis is critically free.
I'm free.
Who's the chunkiest boy we have in the party?
It's not me.
It's
I bet it was Aegis.
Yes.
Chunkiest would have been out of the party so far. It would have been Aegis, which that tore
That
right
didn't
through.
go
It
well.
would have
That
been
shit-
fine
that
if it
shit
hadn't
done
critted.
sailed.
Yep.
That shit
And
done
now
sailed.
I'm at 11.
And had wounded
okay.
one.
Okay.
What does wounded?
So
What does
I've-
wounded do? I'm not familiar.
It just increases your dying. If I get brought back to 0, I'd be at dying 2 immediately because I'm already wounded. Once you get to dying 4, you die.
Oh,
Ah,
So I have 2 actions left.
Yes, you have 2 actions.
correct.
Because escape, I believe, is an action. I'll check that real quick before we continue. Escape is an
It
action. Typically athletics DC, but we decided to use reflex in this case. It's fine. So you you got 2 actions left. You could try to tumble through.
I'm gonna
mimic's
tumble
mouth.
through
Okay. So
this way.
So you tumble over the table. It's gonna be really low DC, so just roll me in acrobatics.
Okay.
Yeah, that does it. So you're panached.
Huzzah! Against my better judgment, I'm going to stay here and hit it.
Okay.
Because if I get knocked down again, it's probably fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to use my new unbalancing finisher.
Okay.
So I make my strike as normal and I'm still using my short sword, the rapiers for later.
Okay.
So I make my attack.
Hey,
26 hits.
All right.
So roll me
So
the
that
regular
means
damage.
I get to do my normal damage and
Okay.
my 2d6 damage.
Alrighty. So that's 15.
did you mean to do confident finish or the other one?
No,
They're the same damage.
it's the same
Okay.
damage.
I just didn't feel like reprogramming the name. All
That's fair.
finisher. It turns out it's not confident finish. It's just all finishers. I'll probably just rewrite the name to just be like finish success or something like that.
Okay.
I thought it was only confident finish, but it turns out it's all of them.
Not
So anyways.
radical.
And now that means that her unbalancing finish.
Wait. We got a donation. We got.
I swear to
$1
God,
from-
if you give points to Ezzy.
We got alt tab. We got something from alt tab. This is NPC guy outside of the magic shop, yelling, "Whoa, is that a mimic?"
no.
Excellent.
Or like NPC guy, they want us to. So yeah, that just happens. Oh, is that a mimic? Damn! Hey,
Get outta here.
Waymar, come over and check this out. Oh, is that a mimic over there?
Grim
No.
is very upset.
There are 2 of them.
Alrighty, so
And then per unbalancing finish
they are
until the end of my
flat-footed
next turn, the
Okay.
mimic is flat-footed. So everyone can take advantage of that.
What
I
does
give you- and I'm
flat-footed
gonna-
do exactly?
Minus
so I know
2
what
to their
lowers
AC.
its AC.
Yeah, so it'll be easier to hit.
And for me, it gives me sneak attack.
Yes, that's why I got the
Alrighty.
new finisher for combos, and also please kill it so I don't die.
So,
I'll do my best.
alrighty. So, Kesha, it is your turn, and as you
I witnessed a lot of stuff just now.
you start to witness a lot of stuff, and the headaches start like peering over and over again, and for a moment you start to see that cloaked figure just like frozen in time, and it's really like it's making you question a lot of things. It makes you question about your past and where you've been, and just how uncertain the present is. Is this how you want to be for your future? And as you are pondering over this, and the headache is growing more and more, materializing in front of you, only you can see this, is a figure of multi-colored like pastels of blues and pinks and yellows, with just tons of moving gears across them. And from this, it seems to be a representation of how you wish to move forward with your future. What is this creature called?
And as I see it before me, it turns to me and nods as if to tell me, like, you got this. And
Cutscene nod.
a word flashes in my mind, and I don't know what it means. And I was reaching for one of my daggers, and then I drop my arm and instead point forward at the mimic and yell, "Technologic!"
And Technologic appears before you, posing with one arm and one shoulder like forward as well, ready to combat your enemies. Now, what do? You have
Alright.
3 actions. You could any action you would do for yourself, you can command Technologic to do an action. They are tethered to you within 5 feet of you, so you would need to at least move at least 5 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna 5-foot step forward on the off chance that this thing has reach.
Alrighty, so you 5-foot step forward.
So scoot.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to use. Do I just do command twice then to give it 2 actions?
What would be your 2 actions?
I wanted to do Fury of Blows and then punch it a 3rd time.
Is Flurry of Blows 2 actions?
Flurry of Blows is 1 action, but it does 2 attacks. But the multi-attack penalty still counts.
Yeah, but that would still be 1 action. So you can
Yes,
do that. So
and then
give me
and
2
then punching it a 3rd time would be the 3rd action.
Yeah, so give me 3 strikes then.
All right, so let me check my other. I've got 2 character sheets up now.
Yep.
Is Flurry of Blows on here, or is it just?
Aegis is confused as to why Kestrel's
do
yelling about the
3 of
country
your
they
fist
just learned about.
attacks. Just do 3 of your fist attacks. It
Okay.
should be powerful fists
And then you'll just
down
do
in
the-
melee strikes.
Yep.
Okay,
Boom.
that hits.
Boom.
That does not hit. You can re-roll for a hero point.
I would love to.
It will be at -5.
It still doesn't hit. You can re-roll for a
I
hero
would love
point.
to. I'm getting like a +8. There's
Oh.
got to be a good roll in here somewhere.
You can re-roll again with a hero
I would
point.
love to.
Oh
I
my
would love to.
god.
What am I
Babe.
rolling? I'm
Babe, did
rolling
you-
like 9.
Did you walk under a ladder today, babe?
You got 9, 10, 4, 9.
Oh my god.
You might
Roll
wanna
again
cut
for
your losses.
free. Roll again for free. What
oh,
the
it's nice.
fuck? Oh my god.
Is it doing the right things?
I'm
Yes.
gonna give you the 8 for the first successful hit. The other one misses. You got a 3rd
There we
strike
go.
at
There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna let that do 12 points of damage.
Cool. So there's my 3 attacks. I don't know if Flurry of Blows does anything special for doing it.
It just combines the damage for damage resistance. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's the same map. So, well, fists are agile, so actually it's -4, -8, right?
Mm-hmm. They're agile, so -4, -8. So I'm just gonna give it to you because that was a series of really shitty rolls, and this
That
is
was really
cool
good.
It's impressively I didn't roll above a 10 like 8 times in a row.
It really do be that way sometimes.
Tab gave us another thing, and this is that JoJo's reference? Hero Point the Castro. Yes, it's entirely a homebrew thing for stand users.
Which, speaking of which, I would like to point out that
back to 3.
From Aegis' point of view, as only Kestrel can see Technologic.
Yes.
So Aegis saw Kestrel yell Technologic, which he thinks is that like
and just points a finger
place.
towards the Mimic, and the Mimic has 2
just
fucking
gets hit
holes
3
in
times.
It just explodes thrice.
What was the name of that clock or that like technology country again?
Tatotic?
Tatotic? Yeah, Aegis thinks that's what Kestrel yelled.
Tatotic?
Again is now very confused.
Alrighty, Diept, it's your turn.
Huh. I don't want to go over there.
Don't. It'll kill you.
I'm aware of this. I may have 28 hit points now. I'm gonna throw water at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean...
Oceanic Blast.
Brim looks at Dipped.
Do you want to use a hero point to re-roll that,
damage?
Damage?
It's a full reroll, right, though?
Technically, it would be 2
re-roll it
damage.
again, but just take the 26 for the...
Okay.
Yeah, just roll the damage.
Yeah.
That's stabilized.
That's stabilized, so...
God. What is with our fucking rolls?
Well, to be fair, it's only a one.
Rolling
It's only
at 30. As you're rolling at 33, and we can't roll above a 10.
It's fucking
Just
hilarious.
There should be no pluses on the actual damage, right? It's just the D6, right?
I thought it had pluses. Something.
I have no pluses on it.
At a later cantrip level up, it'll add your spell casting ability modifier.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We got Dead King Zealot with $5. Let's check that out.
If the chat would like to help me, I'm down to 3.
Whoever just epically failed consecutively gets hero points. So that's 5 hero points to Kestrel.
Thank you.
Alrighty, Dipped. Okay, so that's gonna be 3 points of bludgeoning damage to.
Josh, I thought technology could break my curse, but it couldn't.
So it's about
you can never escape.
It's about halfway damaged, and also 1 point of cold splash damage to the Mimic, to Aegis.
What?
Oh right, it's
to
splash
Schnookers
damage.
God
and
damn
to
it.
Technologic.
Why does everything I do hurt
just
everybody?
Which
Why
transfers
would
over the
just
Kestrel.
hit it
Hold
with
on.
lightning?
Hold on. Hold on. I have resistances. Does this count?
Oh yes, that does absorb it, so it doesn't transfer over to you. But Schnookers and Aegis both take 1 point of damage.
Why does
Oh, shit,
everything I
Technologic
do
has
hurt in an area?
If it
Because
says it does
Because it's a
splash
ghost.
damage, it does splash damage, hun.
No, but man, everything I do hurts everybody.
And
So,
you could
hold
just
on.
you could just use electric arc.
I feel like that jumps from
No, it
person to
doesn't.
person, Josh.
You get to
Only-
pick.
only if you
don't-
wanted
it does.
to.
Yeah, it doesn't like it's not an area. Yes.
Now you tell me.
Well, I'll be honest.
It's a 5-foot area.
thought you knew.
That's what splash is. Anyways,
Yeah.
continuing
fine.
on. Now it is the Mimic's turn. The Mimic, feeling trapped, is going to do 3 strikes around itself. The first strike is going to go after Schnookers. 25. Does that hit Schnookers?
What is your AE? What
It's
is your AC,
17.
my darling?
It's
It's not 25.
So they take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. So they're at halfway. They're bloodied. The next one is going to be at a -5 against Technologic.
Do I have like cover for being invisible?
Well, it's not hitting you, but Oh yeah.
You know what I mean.
Oh, it does have to roll.
I mean that doesn't hit me. That doesn't hit me anyway, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But
At a -5, I'm fine.
Usually they would have to roll like a flat check of 10, I think, for future reference. So
Jesus.
and then
And it has resistance.
Yep.
Mamma mia.
This is not. This is supposed to be like a pretty strong like thing, but it has its limited options. H's.
Right.
It's gonna try to hit you for a -10. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
You take.
I can't do
And
anything.
I'm unconscious. Dying 2.
And that's its turn. Brim, it's your
Question.
turn.
Question
Also,
10.
if it hits you, I need you to roll. Well, you can't because you're dead. So
Question.
you're sticky again.
Can Aegis take any more damage at the state that he's in?
Does taking damage increase the dying condition? That's a good question. Let's see. Death and dying rolls. You immediately take a die in one condition.
Brim, don't blast him with lightning.
I
Please.
need to make sure first.
What if it
I'd really
restarts
like
him?
it if I stopped taking friendly damage.
Hold on. Hold on. I have a backup plan if it doesn't work. See,
Or take, if your damage increased by 1 if you take damage while dying, or 2 if you take damage from enemy's critical hit or critical failure on your save. So
Okay.
yes, if I took damage, I'd go to dying 3. At dying 4, I actually die.
okay. But if
So
I went
also,
over here,
can I get a reflex save?
That's a good line.
No, can I get an athletics check from? No, let's stick with reflex from Schnookers 2.
Snookers, don't be sticky. Reflex.
I was about to say you're gonna have a time convincing
they're
me that the
sticky.
ghost can stick to it.
They're stickied.
Well, hold on. That's a good question. Can the ghost stick to it?
That's an interesting question.
It's not physical.
Not really. I would say that, yeah, you're safe with Technologic.
Okay.
Okay. Question.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mimic's covered in water.
Uh-huh.
Aegis is covered in water.
It doesn't actually work that way, for the most part. Like the electricity.
Schnookers is covered in water.
It's not
Oh,
really
no.
real world physics.
Please don't explode this fucking cabin.
I'm not gonna explode it, but I am
This
very
is a store.
conflicted on what to do.
The electricity doesn't strike like that, but if it's in a line, anything that gets hit in the line is gonna get hit.
Okay, good. Okay.
If you go from that diagonal, I think you're.
Yeah, this is the plan. Okay. So it was my first action. I'm gonna move up here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use my breath weapon
Okay.
for my remaining 2 actions. Here we go.
Okay. It passed.
Can I use a hero point?
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
Fuck. Okay.
So it takes half
I think
that
it still
damage.
takes that damage.
So I'm gonna say it rounds up to 3. So it's at 30. So
To answer your question, Mr. Spoon, the stand damage would be channeled to it, but it missed me, and the splash damage was less than my damage.
yeah. So we have rules for that. So there is damage resistance to everything but force damage and cold touch, which is a thing.
Ghost Touch,
Yeah.
which is a good ability name.
Yeah. Ghost touch is pretty much the ability to like strike at ghost like things.
Attack ghosts, yeah.
So now it is Aegis' turn. Aegis, I need you to roll me a flat check of 12. This is no modifiers or anything, it's just a plain D20. That does it. So now you reduce your dying value by 1, so you had dying 1 now.
Okay.
Hooray!
And then if you pass it again next turn, you'll be unconscious and wounded 2. So now
Can I do a medicine check in the middle of combat or not?
Only Deeped can.
Hello.
Oh, because she has a feat. for
The
that.
only Dips
We
could
got
do
Nick
it, or Brim could
headphones
use
with
healing on me.
$4.
And
Thank you for the donation.
unless the only thing you could do is like force a potion.
Everyone gets a point. You get a point. You get a point. You get a point. So
Hey.
everyone
Hooray.
just got a fucking point.
Yeah, so there's one problem with battle medicine. It's that I have to be adjacent, and I am not going over there.
Well, you could go
You
like
can
there.
go behind. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
go-
going over there.
Ah, okay.
It can't attack through Aegis.
I'm not going over there.
That's good.
Alright, well, I'm gonna start by using command to do flurry of blows.
Okay, so roll me
So-
2 attacks. One at a -0, one at a -2. That misses. Do you want to roll a hero
What?
point? Yes.
A 19 misses?
Yes, the AC is 20.
Christ. Yeah, I'll use a hero point.
You could also.
And I still only rolled a fucking 11. God,
There you
finally.
go.
Christ.
Okay, so that hits. So that's 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Roll me
Cool.
another
And then-
hit. This one at a -4.
21. -4. So no. I'll use another hero point. God, I'm only spending 1 more on this.
Okay. That does it.
22.
And so
Cool.
that's. I'll take the greater result. So another 6 points of damage.
So 12 points of damage total. That's
Yep.
1 action.
That's 1 action for flurry
Also,
of
the
blows.
Mimic is no longer flat-footed from my finisher.
Yep.
Yeah, that's okay. Technologic doesn't get sneak attack anyway.
Everything would be a sneak attack. 'cause
not
they're
yet.
invisible.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to see if I have anything, literally anything I could use to help.
Well,
I
you
just-
could still
I get-
shoot at that distance.
I could. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Well, that's a penalty too. That'd still be a -8 penalty. And my bow damage is I don't think my bow rolls better than my strikes. Now it's still a +8, so it'd be the same. No, fuck it. There's no detriment to it, I guess. Other than that, it will miss. So I'm just gonna do 2 more melee strikes, and I guess a -8 each.
Yeah, -8 each.
So these are basically just flat checks. So I would have to roll a natural 20 to hit.
Yep.
Boom.
Nope.
Nope. Boom. Nope.
So close.
No, I did my best.
Already,
my
now
best.
Deep's turn. Deept.
I mean, I only have one. I'm not. I'm electricity.
If you
For
have
the
a
love
healing
of God, do
If you
not
have a
splash
healing
damage
ability,
me.
please.
All right,
I don't-
electric
Oh,
Or
arc.
she does, but she doesn't want to get close.
I
so
don't want to get close to these battle medicine, and I'm not. And I don't feel. I feel like stabilize is
Yep,
not
that
the thing.
that passes. It doesn't critically
Stabilize
pass
was
though.
Stabilize
Archer.
would actually, but sure. Stabilize
maybe
would make
next
it so I'm not dying anymore. That's the point of it.
Oh well, I used electricity.
Okay, so
Well,
now it's
So I think it takes
looking
half on a
pretty.
success.
Yeah, it's looking pretty hurt. So now it is the Mimic's turn. The Mimic's going to use one action to let Aegis go, so he's slumping on the ground, no longer stuck to him. And then he's going.
Ka-chonk.
And then he's going to take another swipe at Schnookers.
God, the snake. Grim, you gotta get the snake out of there.
That's not a critical hit, but that does reduce it to 0. So it is now at dying 1, and now it's going to use its last action to take a swipe at Technologic. Does a 20 hit Technologic? It does.
Not with a -4, it doesn't.
Oh, yeah, you're correct. It misses.
So mad.
Shoo.
I'm so
But,
mad.
I
But-
wish there was
but,
like a way of like programming the map into the
Multi-attack penalty, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like
Also, it'd be
Yeah,
minus
eventually.
5.
oh yeah,
okay.
because it isn't agile
Then yeah.
for pseudopods.
Isn't agile.
Yep.
Don't worry, Ezzy, if it had hit, I would have told flat check, and then I would have been sad when I hit anyway.
So now it is Brim's turn. Brim, you have a dying Aegis on the ground.
But dying Schnookers.
Yes, but
you could.
I-
The
Aegis is
good
dying
news
twice
is that
as
it's
hard.
not attacking the things dying.
This is true. Okay, so to accommodate this, I will use. I'll use
If you heal something that's unconscious, like three action heal for you is like area of the right.
Yep. It's a 30-foot emanation.
Ezzy is too nice to let Aegis go from the mimic. Look, I'm trying to,
Okay, it
I
He
is.
doesn't
thought-
want to kill us at level 2.
Yeah,
I
I
hope not.
didn't
All right.
want to do that.
All right.
You're not doing a very good job.
Everybody gets a heal. Let's go. Big AOE.
Big AoE. Alrighty, so roll me a 1d8.
Because that'll revive Aegis and Snookers.
Yep,
That's what I was trying to do.
That does. It also slightly heals the mimic, so
What?
yes.
Yeah, it's all of them.
Evil, no.
Oh, you can. Oh, do you need a feat to be able to make it selective?
I don't know if how selective channeling exists in this version.
Well,
All
I
I
didn't
know
know
is that it's an emanation, which means it's a radius, and it does affect all living creatures. And
It sure do be that way. It should be fine. It's a
Should
net
I
positive.
go into an argument how
8.
mimics aren't really alive?
no, you can't. They're aberrations. They're not undead. Undead are
Fuck.
specifically the ones that get hurt by healing, not the other way around. So
Right.
Aegis saved Schnookers.
Meanwhile, Kestrel's just yelling as this thing
Yeah,
is
what's up with
exploding in
that?
front of him.
Kestrel's just kind of yelling and nothing's happening.
yeah, you all are really confused on what the hell is happening with Kestrel, but Kestrel's kicking ass.
Kestrel's literally just pointing at the thing, and you just see chunks blowing off.
So now Aegis, you're up again.
Good. That's getting really annoying.
Are you having a fun time?
I was having better time at Whamlart. I won't lie.
I want to go back to
We are
Wham
still
Park.
in Whamlark, though. Wait,
No, we're
we're
not.
This is
We're
not.
Wait, what is the name of this garbage?
This is
Sears,
this is
Trinkets and
Sire's
Baubles.
Trinkets and Baubles, yeah.
Oh, Sires.
I'm gonna
I
call it
do
the
not like
garbage
Sires
zone.
nearly as much as Whamlart.
Sire's a little fucking bitch. Looks at him outside the shop.
He's,
Alright,
he's,
alright,
he's
right,
like
right,
trying to
right.
hide his hideous form and just
Can
just
I
take
start
care
off?
of it, please.
With a patented
tumble.
rolling through
Yeah,
the
tumble, yeah, I thought so.
Sure, roll me
That's-
roll me that. Okay. And
Oh, baby.
what's it against? The reflex save?
reflex.
Okay. So that does it. I'm gonna suggest that you flavor it, that you're like vaulting over it so you're not touching it, because if you
Oh, right.
did, you're going
Because
to
it's sticky.
because it's gonna stick to you. But I'm gonna say
Yes.
flavor-wise, you vault over it, and
I do,
Yeah,
the little,
fucking-
I do that
you
little
wall run
mantle
over it.
horse thing.
yeah, you do the mantle horse. So now you are over them. You successfully did that. You have panache.
I have panache. Unbalancing finish.
Okay,
Attack.
that does it.
Baller. And so then I get my normal damage
Okay.
plus my panache damage
Okay.
or my finisher damage.
We've already gotten rid of its healing. So
They're very close to dead.
So it's 14 damage. It's at -2 until the end of my next turn. And
Okay.
now I do a very tactical, strategic.
Back away.
5 foot step.
Back away. Good job. And now it is Kestrel's turn. Kestrel, can you finish this off?
Kestrel, do that
Maybe-
thing you've been doing.
Kestrel, yell at it more. It seems to be working.
Do the finger.
Ah! I don't know what's happening. Flurry of Bliss. So.
Nope.
God!
Roll me the other attack.
What is happening?
What is it? It's just low rolls, man.
Yeah, that
Wow.
doesn't do it.
You really be out here like this, huh?
It really be like this, huh? Nope.
Wow.
They're just getting lower.
I mean, I
The
may have
dice
died
are-
twice this fight, but even I had good rolls.
Well,
so that's
that
my
would-
first hit for. It meets it. It works.
It did it.
Yo, how's your hero
You
points
did-
looking now?
Did you
Bad. I'm
reroll?
down to 3 again.
Okay, so that was all hero point rerolls. Okay, that
Yes,
does it.
correct. Now
And
I'm going
that's
to roll
just
my
enough
second
to
attack.
kill it.
I'm gonna roll my second
Yay.
attack anyway. I roll my second attack.
And
anyway.
then-
No, hey,
You
got
just-
him.
And then as it's dying, you punch it like straight into the ground, and it's just a
Come on!
smushed fucking corpse.
Destro. Destro.
And now it is dead.
Technologic roars.
Can we hear the roar?
Hold on.
You can hear like kind of like almost like a record skip kind of situation, but you can't quite tell if it's coming from
Record
something.
scratch. You might be wondering how we
How
got
I
here.
got here.
Brim
All
rushes
started
over,
when we walked into this horrible garbage zone.
Brim rushes over to Schnookers. He picks up the snake.
Yeah, you might want to
Kestrel
cast.
having
You
a
might want
moment
to
to-
cast
Kestrel having
stabilize.
a moment to call down goes like, "What the fuck?
I was hoping you'd know.
So Technologic
What is that?"
floats there, just kind of like looking at you as a reflection, and
What's
then,
what?
And then it just kind of like fades into you, going into your pocket dimension within yourself.
What the? How? What?
Brim.
Kestrel, how are you fighting that thing? You just sort of yelled and then punch marks appeared.
None of you saw the Golden Man.
Saw the
What?
what?
Golden Man.
The what now?
The Golden Man.
What Golden Man? There was only a mimic, my snake getting horribly beaten and Aegis almost dying.
Is
twice.
this one of those metaphors I hear about?
Kestrel tries to remember what he said when he summoned it just now. He's like, it was Technologic, and it
And then
comes out again, but nobody sees it.
Yeah, it comes out
That
again.
that one there.
What?
Tick,
Uh,
tick,
Yeah,
tick,
it summons
tock,
back
tick?
up to you, and then it just goes. It almost does its little like series of punches. You're come on, and then like, yeah, they don't see it.
I don't
It's
really
right there,
know
it's
what.
punching.
Ezzy, I have a question.
You're hallucinating.
We can't see it, but can Schnookers see it?
Now,
Schnookers. I haven't
I don't
really
know how that
determined
would
if
work.
Schnookers
I-
has true sight or not.
I don't know. Schnookers has like the eyes of the cosmos. I don't know.
Schnookers kind of like looks towards Kestrel and kind of flicks its tongue a couple of times, but you can't really like tell.
Schnookers, are you okay, my baby, my little baby?
It's really it's really bruised up from the pseudopod smacking it around.
yeah, it sucks dying.
Seer kind of peers in and is like, did you take care of it?
We
Yes.
Hey,
Mummy,
Seer.
please.
Oh well, okay. Yeah. Look,
Hey.
you know what? You deserve some help with this.
Hey.
And then he he goes over to the shelves and pulls out 2 items and offers it to you. One is a torch that seems to be of a special. It has some special incantations carved into the staff of it, and the other one seems to be a stone with a particular symbol etched into the stone.
Is that a skipping rock? I
No,
love those things.
It is a property ruin. If you were to get your hands on some good weaponry, this could augment its abilities.
Well,
Oh.
that's very kind of you, but I think there's something else that we need.
What do you need?
Brim punches him as hard as he can.
roll me a fist attack. It should be on your sheet.
Kestrel reaches for the torch as he goes flying back, and Technologic grabs it.
And now it's floating in the
So now
air.
there's
So
a torch floating there. See? You see it, right?
Yeah, the torch is. Kestrel, are you
kinda
a telepath?
You kind of like punch past his face, but it's still like threatening enough that he's like,
I pick up the skipping stone.
Hey, Kestrel.
Yes.
What's going on here?
The golden Technologic is holding the torch.
I'm gonna put my
What?
It just
my
seems to
hand
be
that's not
floating
holding
in,
the
in
stone like
midair.
through the square that Technologic is in. Like I'm just gonna like
Just walk through.
See what happens. No, not walk
It
through
is
them.
a
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna see if I can feel anything. I guess.
It's like you feel like a presence, but you don't like run into anything.
That's weird. Could you always do that?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then we can do a simple scientific process. What has changed that makes it so you can now do this?
He did get stabbed.
Perhaps all of your
There's a
drinking
spell.
on your birthday.
You know what? I think he has a point.
Then you gotta
Drinking is my
you gotta go
superpower.
find Requiems and see if he's developed a stand from all the drinking.
This is a good point.
I fear if
thanks,
Requiem has
God.
a power like this.
Kestrel grabs the torch from Technologic and then like tries to relax and recall it again.
Alrighty, and then it just kind of fades back into your pocket dimension. You can feel the presence within where your heart is.
Aegis reaches out his hand into the empty square and goes, "Hello, I am Aegis."
Roll me a perception check real quick, Kestrel.
Okay.
Poor baby. Poor baby.
Perceive. Nope.
Maybe next time.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, you just feel better with having Technologic inside you.
Dipped, did you get a good look at anything Kester was doing? You were pretty far back.
He performed the finger several times.
That is true. He did do that.
It's a look-see.
He's like this. Ha, ha, ha.
And you just kind of like jut your fingers out. You're not really doing
Yeah.
the pose, right?
Ha. But she like does it
No.
weirdly wrong, like she's looping her arm weird.
You're almost like doing like a sumo wrestle, like ho 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 ho, but with like fingers.
Yeah.
Well, okay. If you got no other business in the shop today, I need to start cleaning up, and I need to go find out who sold me this.
Cool. Don't buy
mimic.
Don't buy mimics anymore.
I'll try not to. Have a good day. And
You too.
Rushes
Don't.
into the store
Brim.
and shoos you out.
Brim will remember this.
Okay. So
Brim's gonna tell his dad.
I'm gonna
Dad!
Daddy!
Daddy, he brought a mimic and almost killed my snake.
It was really scary. I didn't like it.
All right. So you still have some shops you can go check out.
I think I'm good.
Could I get a I would like a medicine check now that we are away from combat.
Sure.
yeah.
Roll me a medicine check.
From
I'll
Yeah,
drop
I'm
it.
Whoever-
I'm
whoever's
trained
sure,
right
trying
now,
to-
but I believe Dipped is still better.
I believe the other two are still good at it.
What is your medicine?
Mine's only 4.
Not you.
Mine
Oh,
is
my-
also only 4.
Oh, mine's
Oh.
5. I lied.
Mine's 8.
Yeah,
Mine
well,
is also-
you and Brim have like points in will.
That just meets. So
I
can roll-
figured out what oil does.
These are
you roll-
spicy.
you roll 2d8 for healing.
All right.
And it treats my wounded, right?
Yes, it does.
2d8.
treat
Oh,
you
thank
wounded.
goodness.
No pluses. It's just flat 2d8.
Flat 2d8.
Can I use medicine on Schnookers?
You get a 10.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm now
yes,
back
you-
to
you can-
15.
You can treat wounds to schnookers, yes.
Oh, Schnookers.
That critically succeeds. You roll 4d8.
God damn.
Sorry, Josh. Makes
Oh,
more important.
Schnookers.
That's a,
Seven.
you got less than you got
Those are
less
D4s.
Those are D4s.
Those are 4s, yeah.
Rerolls
4d8.
4d8.
Oh, it's 4d8. Oh,
Yes.
really?
25
Wow.
is up to full.
Schnookers, little baby. Psst, 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 psst.
Guys, one of these days we're gonna be on the side of a cliff. It's gonna be me and the snake, and fucking everyone's gonna let me die.
Okay, listen. Brim will think about it for a while.
And then let me-
For a while.
Thank goodness.
He'll do it. He'll consider letting you live.
That's
That's all I can really ask
Yeah,
for, isn't it?
So both of y'all's wounded conditions are removed, so you don't have to worry about the dying condition as much.
Man, I really wanted to go buy some half plate armor, but
We can still do that. The day is young.
this is true, but also
It is unlikely we'll run into mimics in other shops.
Yeah, that was.
So I would like to inspect this torch I now. Is it just an ever-burning torch?
Yeah, so you spend some
Cool.
time investigating it, and it's an ever-burning torch. If you want to know what
Cool.
that is, give me a second.
If you want to post it, that's cool, but I know what it does.
Yeah, ever-burning torch, one of the most common applications of permanent magic. It sheds a
Is it
constant...
light?
Yep, there's no oxygen and no heat. Because it's
Yeah.
not real
Oh,
like
is
a
it-
real
is it-
fire.
Is it light bulk? Is what I meant.
Oh, yes, it's light
Yeah.
bulk.
Okay.
Of course it's light, Steven. It's a torch.
Yes,
Yeah.
so it's a
Josh, have you
so
ever
it is
lifted
a
a
light
torch
bulk
before?
item. The other thing
By what?
The other thing is a property ruin, which you can't use quite yet because you don't have fundamental ruins on your weapons yet, but it is a returning ruin.
Ooh.
If
Neat.
you want to know what that is, it's etched onto a thrown weapon. When you make a thrown strike with the weapon, it flies back to your hand after the strike is complete. If your hands
I
are
look at
full
my
when the weapon
daggers.
is... Yeah, your daggers would come back to you.
Now,
So we need to get
I
the-
will say
Mhm.
the returning property rune does sell for like half of 55 gold.
Which is why I gave it to you for free. But, you know,
So-
if you want to be a dick and sell it and get more gold, I'm just trying to give you some permanent fucking magic items, you dicks.
But listen, we need to keep putting gold coins in the back of Igus's head.
He's
We'll
like
see
a
what
fucking
happens.
slot
If we
machine.
keep doing that, we'll eventually get a gumball. I
No,
really-
it's a casino. If he rolls sevens, he'll just tumble through.
You do that-
I think he'll do that whether we roll sevens or not.
His
Alrighty,
chest plate opens
uh,
up, and a tiny slot machine comes out. Your
Which
finally
shop,
kid polygon.
All right, which shops do you want to go to next? There's the blacksmith, the potion shop, the alchemist shop,
I
the
would very
bank.
much like to go.
Potion shop.
No,
Oh,
no.
no more magic shops.
I need
We need to.
armor.
Hey, gang! We need healing potions.
Yeah, we'll get them, but first I need armor.
Okay, do that first then.
All right, so you go over to the smith, labeled the Iron Eagle, and it's quite literally like a big old like iron piece of an eagle with its like wings spreading out. And there's quite a few like dwarves and gnomes in throughout the forge, doing plenty of metalwork. And over it by a rotating conveyor belt with a bunch of like weapons and armor spilling out of it is a tanned human with a decent beard and a bandana on their head and a huge scar going across their neck.
Brim approaches. Hello, good sir. I am Brimstone of the Stone family. You may have heard of me. I'm here to.
Well, it's
Chester
nice
rolls
to
his
meet you.
eyes.
My name is Rami Amilos. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Yes, the feeling is mutual. I'm here to purchase some armor, if you have any.
Sure. We have a usual selections here. We also have plenty of weapons as well, and we also do ruins as well.
Ooh.
Interesting. Do you have any?
Did you just? By the way, did you just come out of that magic item shop real quick?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes.
Did you take care of that?
Yes.
Wait, did you know about it?
I mean, I was watching from across the because this is a big open marketplace. We can all.
It
kinda
knocked
see.
me unconscious twice, but I think we got it.
Oh
I
shit!
punched it when it goes.
Well, damn.
Maybe it hurt
Did
me at all.
y'all do anything else like good like for the past like 2 weeks or so?
Stop.
I taught people to drink water.
I
No,
was
that is
dead.
important, especially out here in the hot forge. We gotta make sure to drink our water every once in a while.
That's a water.
In fact, you reminded me just now, and he just like pulls up a big metal canister full of water and starts drinking it.
Hydrate or I will hydrate you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Um,
But you were saying?
We stopped a cult.
Oh shit! Really?
The snake fuckers.
Yes, those ones.
You know what? That's pretty mighty good work you've been doing out there. How about this? I'll
Thank
give you
you.
a severe discount for your first ruins if you're willing to leave them here for a little bit.
Yes.
I give him my dagger.
Dagger.
Alrighty. It'll be
I can't throw anything else that I have.
Well, I think he means fundamental runes.
yeah,
Yes.
+1 ruins for
Yeah.
weapons.
But I would
Oh.
need that. I would need that to be able to use them, right?
Yes.
Steven, I'll be real with you. I feel like using a bow is probably better than throwing a dagger than returning it than throwing it.
That's
for
fair.
dagger.
I can give him my bow.
Well,
I
it would
probably will.
return to their hand automatically, so they could just throw.
Yeah, but the bow doesn't have reload.
That's true.
This feels like a bow with extra steps.
Also
You
known
know
as a
what?
gun.
You know what? That's a good point. I'll just give him my bow, I guess. How much would it be for the service?
Usually for fundamentals, it would be just taking a look here.
Taking a look at the GM guide.
Taking a
Don't
look
worry
at
about what that means.
Is that a one Raimi map?
taking a look real quick. I think it says 35 or 10%.
Yeah, the basic +1 is 35.
Or if you're transferring ruins, it would be 10% unless it's from a ruin stone, and then at that point it's free. But you know what? I'll do it for 5 gold pieces for each weapon.
Oh,
Sounds good.
5.
Wow, that is incredibly generous.
I mean,
It
you
is.
did a lot of good work out there, and I figured you need to toughen up.
If we hadn't killed that thing, it probably would have taken out the rest of the market.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, there are guards.
And,
They're probably higher
and
level
he just
than us.
picks up like a great sword
You know
with
what?
one
That's a good point.
hand and slings it
Holy
over his
shit.
shoulder.
Ooh. Castro was sufficiently impressed.
I've been around a few blocks.
Yeah, I'll leave. I'll hand him my rapier.
Alrighty. A fine piece of work here. Where'd you find this?
Ah, it was the snake
Thanks,
fucker
son.
ladies.
All right. And then he just puts it on the conveyor belt. Anything else?
I'll give him my short bow.
A kind gesture.
got
I
a
can
kind
punch
gesture.
apparently, so I can afford to lose this.
Oh, you're a punchy folk?
He
No,
has some sort of ghost.
no, but my ghost is.
Well, if you're a type of person to punch, I'll give you this for 10 gold pieces, and he offers you hand wraps of mighty blows +1.
I don't think I can give that to Technologic.
No, but if you wear it, the effects transfer to Technologic.
What?
Don't worry
For
about it.
10?
Yeah, because it's based off your unarmed like strikes as well.
Oh, okay. That's fascinating. You know what? That's a good deal. So 15 total then for the bow and then
for the
hand wraps
bow
10?
and the wraps, yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
I mean, this is
Oh,
a
cool.
huge discount, but
So that-
considering how much work y'all went through, I figured I'd cut you some slack.
So
Can
the
I
hand
listen
wraps
up?
he can eventually upgrade to like with the normal striking and such.
Yeah, if you find better
So-
ruins.
See,
So wait, can
returning fists.
he do anything for my my druidic focus or whatever my spellcasting thing?
Probably not.
There isn't
So
any
I-
item bonus stuff for
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna
spell
For
For
casting.
spell-
spellcasting, yeah.
So hey, surprise for everyone! I have a javelin that I've never used.
Nice.
I've been wondering what that was on your back.
Is
So
it-
do you
this is bad time
want to
tell
have
you
like
I
a
also
+1
have a
jav?
long
Do
spear?
you want like a +1 javelin with a returning ruin?
Yeah, I want a returning rune on it, so I don't have to leave the safety.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to put something on my long
Unless I'm-
spear, which is
I,
also
listen,
something I
listen.
have.
The only thing I will say is if we let you have the party's returning rune, please use that when we're within splash distance.
Oh, the lightning didn't
And
hit
stop splash. Yeah, well, okay, use one of those.
you. Hey, listen,
What's-
Josh. I resisted my
only
temptation
request.
to use the Conjure Storm spell.
I just don't want to get hit by your spells anymore.
It was 3 damage.
Tab, because of
one
how the
damage.
multi-classing stuff works, the sneak attack can't happen with technologic yet, and even
I would
when
have to take a feat for it.
and even then they would have less sneak attack than what a rogue would normally have.
Right.
Good.
I'm basically like taking like instead of sneak attack damage, I'm punching.
Yeah.
Good, Raimi.
Yeah.
While your offer is quite generous, could I ask you to, perhaps as a member of the royal family, get another discount on some armor, perhaps?
I mean, what armor are you looking at?
That one over there, the half plate.
Half plate, and he is gonna
What's
look at the
the-
equipment and look at armor and look at half plate, and that's 18 gold. He just goes and be like, I mean, I think I'm being pretty fair with the ruins, considering that's a...
No, and I'm not saying that you aren't. You're being very generous, but as you see, we're about to go on a very long journey, and I think it would be beneficial for us to have some extra protection.
Hey, Ozzy, what was the fucking thing you just gave me?
The hand wraps of Mighty Blows.
Mighty blows.
Which is
I've got
a-
the
I'm
link
trying to
if you
search
don't
for it.
if you don't
I would
find
like
have it.
that. Oh, found it.
Yeah, you have to space out hand and wrap for some reason.
Mhm.
Ah. So it's just the +1.
Yep. It's basically has a striking rune built into it, and then, or not striking, sorry, just the basic +1 rune. Then
Yeah.
when you get the striking rune, that's when you get to double the damage dice,
Ah.
which is sweet. So Ezzy, for the striking rune, is it just so like when it says striking runes are like 65, it's just an additional 65, and then your +1 gets
It's like-
upgraded to +1 striking?
Yes.
Sweet. New goal.
Unless, again, you have the ruin, and then it's a 10% to transfer the ruin from one weapon to another. Unless it's in a ruin stone, then it's free.
Ah, I see. So it'd be like 6.5 gold if you had some weapon that had a +1 striking
Yeah, and then you would transfer that striking part to the
to a new weapon. Sweet.
to your usual bread and butter weapon. Yeah.
Nope.
So, it's like, I could probably reduce it down to the same as the splint mail, so 13 gold pieces. But I don't
Okay,
think
yep.
I can budge more than that.
And the you said you would add runes to our weapons for 4. You said
5.
5.
5. Yes, 5. Right up. 5. Yes.
I appreciate the royal family's services, but you also charge taxes, so let's not make friends here.
Taxes.
But good sir, I do not charge taxes. That is all up to my family. I
Yes,
am
and
a
you're-
working man
and-
like you.
And you're asking for help on behalf of your family.
Kestrel's just like trying not to fucking die laughing a few feet away.
Brim
I'm
sort of
I'm
gets
being
it.
more than generous here. I would suggest you take the deal.
All right, so 5 gold for the runes on my
Can
spear.
Dipped use
and-
tridents?
Probably.
Let's see.
Do you have martial
5,
proficiency?
I
I
don't
can look
know.
this up.
I don't believe they do.
I was gonna say I don't think they have.
They
dang.
have simple weapon proficiencies,
Dang.
but not
Yeah,
martial.
nah. I was just
Maybe
looking
one
at
day.
thrown weapons.
I have long spear. That's kind
Well,
of like
that's not
trident
thrown.
with less points.
Brim is doing the math in his head. He's going, let's see, 22, 14, and then 4. That leaves me with 4. That's fine. Here you go. He hands you the spear.
Everyone also make sure to put this in your inventory, because if you forget, I'm not remembering for you.
What thing?
In-
Wow.
Huh?
Okay.
Just make sure it says like +1.
What? A +1 on the thing.
Whoa.
Plus 1 returning in the traits, probably.
Ah.
It would be actually in the name, so +1 returning javelin.
So if I do this, that's okay, right? And I added the bonus to the attack roll.
You would preferably you would do +1 short bow for the nomenclature.
Okay. I mean, if we're gonna be pedantic about it.
+1 spear. And what else do I change with the spear?
+1 to damage rolls because it's your emblazoned armaments. So you just get a +1 to damage.
Nice.
Where the fuck do I?
Let me look at your sheet.
Oh, hey, yeah, that's a good question. Do the hand wraps do +1 to the damage also, or just
No.
Yes,
Just
not damage,
really?
but no.
No, just
Plus
attack.
the-
+1
attack
to
roll.
attack rolls.
Yep. The
Strike-
runes that we gain are only +1. Striking runes add an extra D8 or whatever your roll
So
is.
D6 plus.
Okay, and so the +1 on the short bow doesn't affect my damage.
No, it's just +1 to hit.
Gotcha. Just making sure. I think I got everything right then.
Okay, so damage dice 1, custom plus custom.
I'm just gonna put other, so 1. So
Well, there's a item bonus
Okay.
in the area for it. So
And I'm gonna go get
Wait,
that.
wait. wait, hold on. Going back to your character sheet.
Okay.
There's
This
the
is the
item,
granular shit.
there's the item bonus for attack rolls. I don't see item bonus for damage rolls. So yeah, other was fine.
Okay.
All right, cool. And
So
I can't
also
believe
going to-
Dipped is going to be able to just throw a stick and then the stick magically appears back in her hands.
Now,
sure
hold on.
will.
Question.
Yep.
Galaxy brain question.
Okay.
Mm.
As Brim is taking the half mail off of the shelf or the rack or whatever, right?
Okay.
He's looking at his armor, the scale mail. He looks at Schnookers. He looks
No.
at Black
Animal companions get something called barding, which is different from
Wait,
armor.
hold on. Can I sell the scale mail and have the blacksmith make it into barding?
I don't think you can make it into barding, but let me look at the pricing for barding.
fucking snake barding.
Any animal companion can have
I want
barding.
you to think about that.
Little snick scales.
So for a small and medium creature, light size barding would be 10 gold pieces.
I don't have that kind of money right now. I would have to go ask another allowance from Dad.
Daddy!
Given how-
My
Dad,
snake
Father,
needs an
my
allowance.
snake needs armor.
You didn't
Oh,
give Schnookers
Dad.
the second revengeance their allowance.
Alrighty. So are we gonna call it here, considering it's 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah.
Okay.
Probably a decent one.
Yeah, we did pretty good. We'll do the rest of our shopping off screen and then get to
Shopping.
the next round, which I have a fun mini game built into it,
Little
which is going to be
minigame.
great. Alrighty, so let's go around and everyone tell us where you can find yourselves. Starting with Soups.
Soup. Babe.
Hello, I'm Super Ninja 5506. On Twitter at Super Ninja 5506. You can follow the channel on Twitter at Magic Abridged. You can also find my YouTube Twitter. Wait, no, you can find my YouTube on YouTube, which is where YouTube is. It's Magic Abridged.
God.
And
Thanks.
we also stream on Twitch most nights during the week. You guessed it, Magic Abridged.
Nice. And
Wow.
and Boko, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at BokoEC. I also stream on Twitch on specifically Saturdays, 11 p.m. Eastern. Right now, I'm playing through Celeste and Mega Man Battle Network 1.
That's nice.
One's going bad, the other is Celeste.
And yep.
Yeah, you can find if you go to that Twitch channel, it basically has links to everything I'm on: Patreon, Twitter, both of my YouTube channels. Anything else I've probably forgotten?
Alrighty. Joshua, where can we find you?
I'm American Josh. You find me on Twitter at Bumbles and Tumbles. And, no, you can actually
That's
find
not
me
true.
at
Oh wait, we got a donation. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
We got $7 from Zealot. Thank you very much. And let me take a look at what they wanted. Spec. Okay. John D wanted to rename Blacksmith to Rami Malik. John D, that was actually a donator's name originally, was Rami Milos. So let me compare your dollar amount to the other dollar amount and price it differently. And then also, even the bar points Ezzy. Good. Even the bar points Ezzy. Good luck next time. Even the bar points? Like, me? Like, you're giving it to me? Like, clarify that for me, Dead King. That was Anyways, so Bumbles and Tumbles, right, Joshua?
Yeah, obviously that's it's not American _ Josh. I'm unaffiliated with that Twitter. Whoever that is seems like an idiot. Other than that, you can find me playing Wizard of Legend vaguely on and off on Twitch, as in I've done 2 streams, and there could be another one. Ooh. And then I am on Magic Abridged, so if you follow that channel at all, I am on a handful of those streams with Steven and Boko and some other 4th idiot who's not here to defend himself. Haha.
Haha.
Good dunked.
And finally, Ava, where can we find you, hun?
You can follow me on twitter.com at voiceactorava. You can find me on Twitch on the same thing. And you can follow the videos that I make by subscribing to this channel and hitting that bell button, and stop asking me when the videos come out. And YouTube will tell you when they come out. It's crazy.
Nice.
Wild.
Alrighty. So you can obviously find me on Twitter at Ezequiero. You can find me on YouTube at Ezequiero. You can find my wife and the lead artist for this endeavor, Fran, over at One with Ponytail on Twitter. And I want to thank everyone so much for being here. And we'll catch you next week for more Dumbskulls. Have a great night.
Hey.
Bye.